Okay, now let's do this R&B report card on Donnell motherfucking Jones. Okay, do you guys like Donnell Jones? Are you guys fans of Donnell Jones? I don't like the crowd today. Y'all suck. I said, are you guys fans of Donnell Jones or not? Well, if y'all not gonna participate in this shit, then I'm just gonna just close the room out.
I I didn't hear what you said, bro.
I said, are you fans of Donnell motherfucking Jones?
Absolutely.
Okay, Blissful World.
I am.
Okay, well, let me explain to you guys what the R&B report card is. So the R&B report card is a series that I was doing 2 years ago before Clubhouse went to shit, where I grade the R&B artists on different categories, and I give them a grade from A through the letter F, and over the letter A is the letter S for superior or satisfactory. All right. I grade them on vocal
Mhm.
range, versatility, songwriting, style, consistency, impact, and stage presence. All right. So since you guys like Donald Jones is pretty cool. I fuck with him. Um, never mind. I'm not gonna say he's an alcoholic, even though we all know he's an alcoholic. All right, let's start with vocal range, and after I'm done with everything, then you guys can disagree or agree. All right. So vocal range, I would give him a B plus for vocal range. All right. Versatility, I would give Donald Jones a B plus for versatility. Now songwriting, he gets an S tier, superior for songwriting because he did write for a lot of people. His style, I'll give him an A plus for his style. Consistency, consistency, he has been dropping a lot of music. Consistency, I will give him an A plus for consistency. Impact, I would give him an A for his impact and his stage presence, because that nigga can perform. I'll give him an A plus for his stage presence. So overall, the R&B report card grade that I will give Donald Jones will be an A, an A. He's gonna get an A. I'm not gonna give him an A plus. He's not gonna get an A minus, but he will get an A. Do you guys agree with that? Yes or no?
I agree with the average, the A being his overall. Now, as far as his range, I believe you said his range was what did you grade that? I think it was
Well,
like a low.
I gave him a B plus for his vocal range because
Yeah,
he's a tenure, so he's
I
like
think
kind of
his
in the middle.
vocal range, in my opinion, it would be at least an A for his vocal range.
Okay, so why do you give him an A?
Um, just the way he's able to like switch up his style with the like his beats and his production is like different, and he's able to really flow nicely with the beat, as if it's almost as if the beat is following him. And a lot of people don't do that. They kind of be like battling a little bit with the music when they're singing. But he does a very good job no matter
Well, the only
what
reason
type
I give
of
him that
beat
is,
it is.
well, you got to look at all the people that came from his era, which I'm saying he's still not bad. He's amazing, but now you put him in the room with somebody like Tyrese, Casey from Casey and JoJo or Jodeci. Who else that was like really killing shit? Tank. You feel me? Like he had a lot of competition when he first came out. So that's what I'm saying. Do we really?
Yeah, see, so Tank, okay, so before I wasn't buying it. When you said Tyrese, I love me a chocolate man. Tyrese is cool,
I
but
didn't. Are you fucking the chocolate man?
oh, okay, my bad, y'all.
Yeah, that's your business.
Tyrese is cool, and Casey is great at what he does, but he to me he doesn't have like a range. He just stays in one lane to me. He does very well in that lane, but he just stays there. So yeah, but Tank, yeah, he could do it all.
Yes, he can do it all. But right now, we are talking about the man himself, sweet little daddy, daddy. I don't mean to hurt you, baby. We talking about Donnell motherfucking Jones, the king of the smooth 90s ballads. The king of motherfucking, I'm cursing too much. The king of literally, if your girl left you and you try to get her back and you see her on a date with a new man, you literally go to that restaurant. You ruin that date. You ruin that date. You ruin that date, and you say, "Sweet little did it." I'm telling you, you're gonna get your girl back. Jabari, World, J. CeeLo, Ak. Your thoughts, Chris? All right. Well, I'm gonna give you some songs that for each category. So for vocal range, again, Where I Want to Be, main song that he's known for. It's a smooth ballad, showcases his ability to move seamlessly between his strong lower register and a soaring sustained tenor on the chorus, Where I Want to Be. That's why his vocal range is always going to get a B plus. He's not the best in his group, but he's up there. Versatility. Versatility again. I'm gonna give him a B for versatility because what he did. He did a lot of R&B. Um, I don't really know him for doing any other type of music. He ain't really getting into no other genres but R&B. But he was able to make a couple club hits. So for versatility, I'm gonna use You Know What's Up featuring Left Eye. All right. While primarily R&B, the remix incorporates a dynamic of up-tempo and more prominent hip-hop beat, demonstrating his ability to cross over to the urban pop charts. Now, songwriting, where he got an S tier, a superior, I'm gonna use Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me. It's 8:15, girl. What you gonna do? Shorty got her eyes on me. Yeah, y'all know that song? Yeah, I'm gonna use that for his songwriting abilities because he has wrote amazing songs for himself. Like he writes most of his songs, and he wrote songs for 702. He wrote songs for Mary J. Blige. He wrote songs for a lot of motherfuckers. Put it like that. He wrote songs for a lot of people. All right, y'all with me?
Yeah, I'm
So
here.
Yeah, wake the fuck up, guys.
I'm listening to you, fool.
No, wake up.
I'm here. I
No,
just
wake
don't
up,
want it to be
Jabari.
an
I'm
interview.
here,
Nobody
man.
else is
I'm
talking, so I
listening.
don't want it to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like an interview
I
motherfuckers.
between you and I.
All
I
right,
am. I'm listening to you.
wake up, Jabari. Anyway, consistency, Jabari. I'm gonna use. You remember that song that came out like 10 years ago? I'm gonna love you through it. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So
I don't know
consistency.
that one.
Um, how the fuck that song go again? Damn, I can't even play it. Nope, I'm not even gonna play it. Nope, I'm not gonna play that song right now. We're just gonna keep it the way it is. What else for impact? Now for impact, I'm gonna go back to You Know What's Up. It came out in the summer of 1999. It still sounds like something that will come out today. So Impact, he's definitely up there with the Impact. Also, if you guys want to, you guys could go back to his first single from 1996. Because a lot of people don't know he's actually been out since like 95, 96. He had the song In the Hood. Y'all remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's actually been there for a while. Impact and longevity, he's up there. And stage presence. Well, he's still selling out tours. So, yeah, that's the Donald Jones R&B report card. What do you guys think? Now it's open for discussion. Jabari, World, Ak, Blissful,
Yeah, I think he's I don't know. I want to change him to superior.
Superior.
Yes, the S, whatever you said the S stood for.
See,
I want to
that's
move
the
him
part I
up
disagree with
simply
you on.
because he does what the other artists don't do. It's like he's expressing so much, but he's expressing it wellly as an artist. Like he does it in like storytelling form,
Okay, so
and
it's like,
nobody else
what was
do
his
that.
grade?
They get
What
caught
was
up
his
in the
So,
grade? No,
so
up.
because I
I
wasn't
get.
paying attention because I was off doing something. So what was his grade?
All right, let me go back to it. Let me go back to it. Let me
So
go
just tell me
back.
what the grade was.
The
Just tell me what
overall
the grade
grade
was.
is I gave him an A, not an A plus, not an A minus. He just got an A.
All right, I think he should have got an A minus, but I'm gonna break down and tell you why.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, okay. In vocals, he should have got an A minus. Songwriting, he should have got an A. Live performance, he should have got a B, maybe a B plus. Career impact, he should have got an A minus. That would have put his total GPA at a 3.7, and that would have put him at an A minus. And then I can go into everything that he's done from. I mean, first we can break it down to each. Let me go up here. Okay, we can go into vocal performance, his tone and his texture, which is warm, smooth, emotionally rich, instantly recognizable. Like when he comes on the song, you can hear him. He should get an A for that. As far as controlling technique, you know what I'm saying? He got an excellent pitch. You know what I'm saying? He's clean when he's doing the songs. He got strong phrasing. He gets an A minus. His vocal range, that's a B. He's primarily mid range, but he uses the falsetto tastefully. You know what I'm saying? I mean, going to consistency, live versus studio, he gets an A. He's reliable live and he's rarely off key. Okay, that's going into his pretty much his vocal performance. Then you go into a songwriting. So I mean, like you did it too quick. I thought we was about to have an in depth.
No, look, I said what
No, I
I
had a
think.
whole thing. It's like I had a whole thing prepared for it.
All right,
Who
well,
talking crap about Donnell Jones? Watch your
yes, we're
mouth.
No,
all talking
nobody's
shit about
talking
him.
crap. Nobody who's talking crap about Donnell Jones.
Oh, okay.
When
I
I just
thought
straight up gave him, when I just straight gave him with just in his vocal performance alone, I gave him A's and B's. He got one B and all A's. And now
Well,
I'm going to
all
his
right, so I
songwriting and artistry. In his songwriting, he should get an A. He's honest.
well, no, it's a
So he does
songwriting
relatable
now.
storytelling. Now
Well,
in his songwriting and his artistry, where I'm going at now, he should get an A. And why should he get an A? Because he's an honest songwriter. He does relatable storytelling. You know what I'm saying? And that Where I Want to Be is a classic. Whatever, then the melody and arrangements of his songwriting, he gets to A minus. He has a strong ear for smooth, soulful melodies. And that's what he puts up in there. His originality and I can't even say it right. His originality and his signature sound. I give him an A. He's unique. He has a timeless style that stands out in R&B. You know what I'm saying? Overall in his songwriting and artistry, he gets a 4.0 GPA. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, in his vocal performance, he gets a 7.5 out of 4.0 in vocal GPA. And then you go in his live performance, his stage presence. He gets a B. He's smooth. He has an intimate vibe, but he's not flashy. His energy level, he gets a B minus. He has a mellow, vibe-driven show. He's not really bouncing all that stuff. Audience engagement, he gets a B plus. So he connects emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But his vocals remain strong. You know what I'm saying? Overall, with his performance, he gets a 2.9 out of 4.0. Now, career and impact. His contribution to R&B, he gets an A minus. He's a major figure in the late '90s and the 2000s in the smooth R&B section. His longevity, he gets a B plus. He has a steady career. His catalog is aged well. As far as influence on other artists, he gets an A minus. He influenced modern R&B singers and songwriters. Total in that category, he gets a 3.6 out of 4. He got his album and song highlights, My Heart album in 1996, notable songs, and that was In the Hood and Knock Me Off My Feet. You know what I'm saying? That was his debut. You know what I'm saying? His album Where I Want to Be in 1999. He had the songs on there, whatever, Where I Want to Be, of course. And You Know What's Up. He did Life Goes On in 2000. And the big song on that was You Know That I Love You. Let me see what else I got.
He
In
got Life of a
2006,
Gemini.
in 2006, he had Journey of the Gemini. In
Journey of the Gemini.
2006, big song on there was Better Start Talking. You know what I'm saying? and that album presented consistent R&B quality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then he had the Lost Files in 2009, and that song "Love Like This," and it was a showcase of his songwriting depth. You know what I'm saying? His top 5 signature songs. Every performed is "Where I Want to Be," "Hey, You Know What's Up," "You Know That I Love You," or "Knock Me Off My Feet in the Hood." His strengths and his weaknesses. His strengths, he's smooth. He has like what they call it, like kind of like emotional vocal delivery, kind of, if you kind of know what I'm saying. He can hit emotions and whatever.
You didn't even let me
He's a
respond.
strong songwriter. You know what I'm saying? He got timeless hits. He got his signature sound, and that you can recognize. But his weaknesses, he don't
So
do too
you gonna
much
keep
on
calling me?
stage.
Because I was about to
He
text you.
shows him. It's pretty much his show shit. You know what I'm saying? That's his weaknesses.
Huh?
Overall, go back into it. Vocals, he gets an A minus.
All right,
Songwriting,
well, then delete it then.
he
That's
gets
fine.
an A.
So we doing pre-orders?
Performances, he gets a B. Career impact, he gets an A minus. Total grade, GPA A minus is
Ben is
3.7.
confusing. Ben is fucking confusing. Ben is confusing. Ben is fucking confusing. All right.
And emotional consistency.
Yeah, but Ben is confusing. He doesn't know what he
I
wants. Hold on.
100%
100% agree, bro.
Why
100% agree.
we
And
doing?
you know what's crazy?
Because this
I'll
thing, even
also
with the free
add on
tickets,
this.
they gonna come whenever they
He's
want.
very
Why don't we just do till
underrated
11?
in his influence of
Yeah.
the modern day smooth
They-
jam, aka our R&B as well. Because
No, he's not. I mean,
no,
technically he wasn't.
that's
They not
my
there for
opinion.
11.
That's my
They
opinion.
gonna- they gonna-
I'm just
He's
saying,
been
as far as
underrated.
his influence,
Yeah,
I mean, he gets
that's
an A
how
on his
I feel.
influence, so it shows. He gets
Them
an A
motherfuckers.
minus on his influence, so it shows. You know
Wait,
what I'm saying?
so
But it's just some other people that just are a little
You said
bit
Ben
more
would have said something
popular,
about
but
what?
he's noticed
I'm gonna
because
be
you can
honest
see
with
it in
you.
the
All right,
apps.
so $150 pre-orders.
With you as far as influence, I believe
All right,
he is what
let me
put
change it.
alongside the model Bobby Valentino.
Let me change it now.
Because if you want to be honest, a lot of
No, I'm about to just change it to pre-orders. I'm about to just change that shit.
R&B is relatively the same way. Playing instruments, being able
I'm
to
gonna do $150 pre-orders. Fuck that.
certain ballads, being able to have a balance within the album.
Anything else that you see, well, I'll change that.
Gave you the overall sense of okay, I can follow you along rhythmically as well as story wise. But I think Donnell Jones is a very solid artist, and the crazier part, it sucks for people who don't listen to his albums. His top songs aren't even.
That's $150 bottle pre-orders.
My honest opinion, they're great songs. Don't get me wrong, but if you really get into the
I don't know. Go look,
catalog,
cause I'm changing the shit right now.
My heart, like
The other songs are way better.
my time to put that masterpiece together. You wanna guilty by suspicion, the list goes on of the magnitude of songs this man has actually created. Let me know you send it. I think Donnell Jones really should be talked about more, in my honest opinion. People don't really pay attention to Jones, but I feel like Jones another heavy hitter. But for the sake of the conversation, definitely Donnell Jones needs his flowers immediately.
And I actually said that earlier though, Chain, that if you look at the R&B from the 90s, Donnell Jones is definitely one of top 5 most underrated in some things, just like Joe is, because outside of their quote unquote publicized songs that were hit, again, they were some major hits. They have other songs on their albums that was some fire songs that did not get the radio play, or it just wasn't pushed. Because if you look at Donnell Jones, My Apologies, that's one of my favorite songs, one of my all-time favorite songs, but that song was not pushed away where I Want to Be was pushed. That song wasn't pushed away. What Up was pushed. Again, I get it, but those songs were are and is timeless classics that should have got more notoriety inside his catalog, especially on public platforms of them playing his music.
And if we're gonna be
So,
honest, where I want to be part two was low key better than where I want to be part one.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, with all these facts that we add, and that lets you, to me, that puts him up at least one grade on his influence because people that are up and coming, people that are studying and trying to perfect their talent, they're going to look at his full catalog and notice what we notice. Oh, his real gems are the songs that are not mainstream, and they're going to like
That's the
mimic
part.
that
That's the part I actually
on
disagree.
the low.
That's the part I disagree on. Yes, he is like definitely dope. I just don't think he influenced a lot of people. Not, and it's really not because people don't like him enough. And I just don't think he was just. I don't think his career was like that big enough to where he can influence everybody. And plus, not only that, like he technically really kind of took a little bit of his style from a little bit of Joe to see here. He added a little Joe in there. Like he took a few styles and made it his style, but his style is not like the original style. So I can't like if somebody says that somebody influenced them, do you really think they're gonna go to Donnell Jones or they're gonna go to Casey from Casey and JoJo or R. Kelly or even Joe?
but bro, you can say the same thing though, even with this artist being majorly underrated. Music Soul Child.
Not
Wait.
necessarily
I have
because
a
when
question
you think
though.
hold on, because when you think of neo soul, you automatically think of Music Soul Child. You automatically think
Bro,
of
that's not true. I
when you think of
gotta
neo soul
disagree.
Hellion, you automatically
Bro,
think of
when you think of neo soul, to anyone who actually listens, you think of India Irie
I'm talking about the Mendo. I'm,
automatically.
I'm talking about the Mendo.
Bruh, you can ask anyone when you think of neo soul, who's the first artist that
I'm
automatically
talking about
comes to
the Mendo.
anybody's mind?
Common, Erica Badu,
I'm,
India
Thank
Ari,
you. You
Lamau.
do not think of Music Soul Child as top one or even top
so Jamal,
five.
you just completely
Music
disregarded
Soul
what I just said.
Jesus
I literally
Soul.
said I'm talking about the Mendo.
Wait, I have a question.
So for
Didn't
neo
Devontae
I'm
soul,
Swing?
a little
Common
biased.
comes to mind first. So
Yeah.
that's
Who?
what I'm saying. He's very
You said Common?
underrated.
No,
Wait,
No,
Jabari,
I no, I hold on. I said when you think of neo soul on the men's side, you think of Common first. D.
no, I don't.
You don't think
That's
of music
one of
soul.
the
I'm
last
not
people I actually think.
saying you, bro. I'm not
you could
saying
even say
you.
Maxwell.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say
right. You can
Maxwell,
even say Maxwell first.
Maxwell,
You
and then Music Soul Child. Even
But
and
Music Soul
excuse me.
Child
You know what?
wasn't
You know, hold on, Ching.
a
You know what?
neo
I
soul
fucked up.
artist. He was
I
R.
fucked. Hold on, Ching. Hold on, Ching. Hold on. Maxwell, then D'Angelo, then Music Soul Child. That's who I think of. I'm not thinking of no Common.
I don't know. For me, I mean,
so
I
so
wouldn't
you're
even put
proving my
Music
point,
Soul
then, bro.
Child on there. Like
That
as we
he's
keep naming,
underrated.
yeah, as we keep naming people, he's gonna keep moving further down in the list. So
So here's the thing: the differences between
So
R
that's
and B.
proving the musical
Hold
point.
on. The
But he's
differences
definitely
between
top
R
three.
and B and neo soul is neo soul is mainly based in not only African roots but like bohemian culture. So when you're looking at R&B, which is more ballad style singing with a little bit of jazz, a little bit of blues, is that a third? Music Soul Child wouldn't fit in the typical neo soul category just because he makes more balladed type of music. He would be more R&B than anything else. And it's really predicated in his later albums. The first one, probably I can see why you would say that. But if you listen to his second and his third albums,
Yeah,
it's very much R&B.
the first album was strictly neo soul. Maybe because it was the thing at that time, but the first album was
Yeah.
strictly neo soul, and then later on he went to traditional R&B.
yeah, I don't like what's his
But
name? Music Soul Child. Because I would put Anthony Hamilton. I put Wyclef. Like it's so many people I would put way ahead of him. I wouldn't even he wouldn't come to mind at
but
all.
I do have a question because he's Cliff. You brought up something about him sounding like Jodeci. Didn't Devontae Swing have a hand in the Donnell Jones' first album? Cause that could be a
I
reason why
don't
he has that
remember.
similar sound.
I know he had a hand in Genuine and that whole that whole uh
Yeah,
that basement crew, like them, all of them, Genuine Timberland, all of them. I don't know about that at all. Donnell Jones, I would not. Look now.
I will look it up real quick. So I think that could be the reason.
But then again,
But Devontae
Donnell
Swing,
Jones, when
like
he came out kind of like Jodeci. Oh, so Big Ock, did you know that Donnell Jones is from Chicago?
Okay.
Yeah, just let you know.
so he didn't produce it. Donnell Jones produced mainly all his albums by himself.
Yep, actually, and I'm just reading up on this now. What I'm actually finding out that Heavy D and DJ Eddie F was actually involved in his career. I actually did not know that. This is actually news to me. I did not know that Heavy D. Um. Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. So Heavy D and Eddie F. From Heavy D and the Boys, literally is the ones that helped Donnell Jones get a start. Yo, Ak, we might have to do an appreciation room for Heavy D because Heavy D is the reason for a lot of people's careers, a lot of R&B artists' careers. And yep,
Mm-hmm.
Donnell Jones. Yep, he wrote songs for Usher, wrote songs for 702, Mary J. Blige. Yep, yeah, yeah. This My Heart album is
Man,
definitely
give
slept on.
Donnell Jones his flowers.
I forgot he had the song "Knocks Me Off My Feet." I forgot about that song too. That was a dope song.
And like I said, a lot of times they don't give him his flowers because a lot of songs that he wrote for man people was major hits,
Yep.
especially him being a songwriter. He had, for you to write for dudes like Usher, and I guarantee you the song he probably wrote for Usher is one of Usher's top 10 or if not top 15 hits. I guarantee it.
That's because people be focused on obvious people like The Dream, Neo. Who else? Like I said, Devontae Swing. Like they focus on people like that Static Shock.
But
But it'd be a lot
but
of
even
artists
when it
in
comes
the
to
cut.
Neo, in some cases, Neo is underrated. If we be honest, because before Neo even came out as a artist, he was a songwriter. He wrote a lot of songs before he dropped his own first song for a lot of people, including Beyonce, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Hell, this dude wrote I think two for Whitney Houston.
See, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
if you look up Neo, he wrote songs for so many people
No,
before
I
he
knew
was
that. I
even
didn't know he
known as
wrote
an
for
artist.
Whitney.
Yes, he wrote a lot of songs before he was ever known as an artist. That's why I say a lot of people at times, like again, Music Soul Child, Darnell Jones, Joe. A lot of these dudes are very underrated artists in some of their music in their music journey because they wrote for other people that shot them into the sky. Let's be honest. People are now just not finding out as as an example that R. Kelly and wrote songs for Casey and JoJo. How you just not again? I get it, but how you just not find out that some of their major hits was actually his songs that he was told to give to
Nigga,
them
that whole second
by
album,
his record label.
that whole second and third Jodeci album, like was all R. Kelly.
That,
And
but think about it.
people
Hey,
don't know music.
yeah, bro. I literally heard people in a music room a couple days ago was discussing R. Kelly. You had people literally, oh, I'm 45. I'm just not knowing that really that life was really an R. Kelly song. What?
Wow, yeah, then people, yeah, that's good.
Literally. So So again, I'm saying this in general. You have artists like Donnell Jones who literally have wrote some major songs, and them songs was originally theirs that they didn't even get credit for. And then when they bring out songs, it's underrated songs. But it's like, bro, this song was better. This song here that did not get no radio play is like, dude, my apologies. That's a hell of a song. But we only talk about again where I want to be, knock me off my feet, what up. We only talk about them songs that they push harder than any other song.
But you know
Like
what other song got pushed too though, but it don't really get talked about was "You Know That I Love You." That song had
facts.
music video and radio play, and people really don't talk about that song at all. It is crazy. I know. I'm just saying, bro. There's too much good music out here to keep giving the awards and the flowers
Was
to the same 3 to 4 people.
So for my R&B report card, I will give Donnell Jones and everything because I agree with what Lawa and Cliff was saying. I will give him overall A minus for
So what's that? Like
overall
3.7.
3.8, give or take.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to do a score, it would probably be about a 3.5. So like a high B, low A. Um, Really, a lot of it has to do with like, even though you have all these great attributes and everything, it's the fact that I feel like you didn't push yourself hard enough to actually become a mainstay in the industry. Because, like I said, a lot of songs that he has on his albums, all of his albums are daggone near unskippable, and that's really hard. When you're talking about longevity for an artist, to have 6 studio produced albums, all of them are straight playthroughs and rewinds. Like, I feel like you could have pushed yourself a lot more to become a mainstay. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know if it's because the industry didn't want to push him further. I don't know what it was, but I feel like he definitely could have had more longevity in the industry, uh, as far as being a household name in a true sense. So I give him a 3.5 just for that.
So that only moves him down like 1 or 2 points. Because I had him at an A. I had him at an A for my grade. So
8 out of 10.
no, like an A, like the letter A, like an A for
Oh, A.
not A plus, not an A minus. I just had him at an A.
Yeah, he's a solid artist. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this might sound biased.
I mean,
As
I had
much,
him at
uh,
I had him at an A minus. I mean, and I literally went a total in depth. I mean, I even got a whole PDF made up, comprehensive career report, and made up literally like I literally went in depth on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what I did wasn't even my feelings because I don't even listen to Donnell Jones. So what I actually did, I went in depth without my feelings, how I like him, how I think what he is, and I went with because like I said, I don't really care for R&B, so I really don't like him. So I literally went in and I did the report card on what he's doing and all that stuff. Because like I said, I have no attachment to Donnell Jones, none. Like I don't like none of that shit. I'm keeping on. I couldn't even sing you a song, but I had to
what?
do my research again. But I had to do my research now. But I'm saying that in terms of me, of my grade and how I graded him. Y'all grading him off what y'all like and how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm grading him off literally what he's done. y'all grade him off what y'all like and what he's meant, and I'm literally grading him off what he's done, and that's what I'm trying to say. Because I don't have none of that feeling alike in none of them songs. I'm grading him straight up off all that stuff. I did
No,
the math with the numbers. I ran it through. I ran it through Meta. I ran it through ChatGPT, and I ran it through Google when I was doing all my shit. It came up with all non bias, no feelings in the fucking grade shit. This is all I'm saying with my grade. Now, if y'all
you
just
should not.
graded, huh?
I think for you to not care for him as an artist and still give him an A.
No, no, but
uh,
none of it. Here's what I'm saying. I gave him an A minus because I grade him. See, anytime that I talk about any rappers or anybody, it's like I don't never put bias in it because then that's me being unfair to the conversation and to that person because I might like somebody better than this person and might want to say, oh, I care for this person better because I like them instead of whatever being able to admit that yeah, I might like this person, but yeah, this motherfucker can outflow him, or this person can out sing him, or this person do make better stuff. A lot of people can't distinguish that. But I always tell me anytime that I talk about any artist and anything, I never let my fandom and my like for the artist play in anything that I say about him. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I do. And just like I'm saying pretty much with this report card, it's like I just rated him off what on mine, I rated him off what he's done. Not
I
because I
mean,
like his music, I like the sound, or none of that shit, because I don't.
if we gonna be real about it, yes.
And I gave him an
Okay,
A minus.
so to be frank, yes, he is one of my favorite artists, but um, you could be a favorite artist for personal reasons and still not be an overall great artist. Like case
That's
in
what I was
point,
saying.
I think the Dream has good music, but the Dream, I would say overall, is not the best artist. I think he's a great writer. I would prefer the Dream to write music instead of making music because he's, in my opinion, I think he fell off uh after his second album. And so, but there are people out here who look at the Dream and be like, "Look at all he's done," and da da da. And it's like, yeah, but facts are facts. That man does not have real longevity as an artist. He has a lot of longevity as a writer. So when it comes to Donnell Jones, I think Donnell Jones as a singer songwriter has done a lot of great stuff. But would I say he contributed overall to R&B? No, I don't, because a lot of his music, for his catalog to be as big as it is, for you to only be known for 4 or 5 songs, I think is severely horrible. I think that's horrible. So that's why I can't give him an A, because somewhere down the line, I don't know if you stop pushing your stuff or if the industry stop pushing you, but it's a shame for you to have over 200 songs and you're only known for 5 of them. And the 5 that you're known for aren't even the best songs. They're great songs, but they're not the best ones out of your entire catalog. You got at least over 50 songs that far outshine the 5 that actually got pushed on the radio. So I don't know. I would say I would give him a high B in my honest opinion. But
Dream would get, I mean, I would give Dream, if I had to do Dream and I just ran it through one, and this is probably what I was thinking, A minus. Vocals, he would get a B plus. Songwriting, he would get an A plus. Live performance, he would get a B. Career impact, he would get an A plus. He is a modern day R&B innovator, blended smooth vocals, polished production, and lead songwriting. His influence on contemporary R&B is significant. I mean, you can't like from so. I mean, you go into his signature songs. Shorty on 10, falsetto, rocking that thing, all I need. And that shit he did with Kanye. I
would
mean,
you would you say if you had to grade Joe's, I'm not gonna hold y'all.
Joe kind of again. He's only known for like only a few songs that he has.
Joe's singing quality is not that good. I give Joe really a low B, almost a high C for his singing, his literal
That
vocal
that I
ability.
have to disagree with you.
He don't
Mhm.
Come
he
on.
don't have the best vocal ability.
Yes, yes, the fuck he
Okay.
does.
No, he does not.
Oh, no, so I can't agree with that for the simple fact. Do you not realize that it was a point that they was telling people that they was gonna put him against R. Kelly and he was gonna be R. Kelly's replacement. Joe was literally about to be R. Kelly's replacement.
I
Joe
don't
is a
know
A.
why.
Joe is a A.
Joe is definitely an A.
No, as far as vocal, I'm not talking about his
Joe, his
songs.
vocals,
He
he's
was
an A.
literally
Joe
about
is
to
an
be
A in
No.
Kelly's
vocals.
replacement.
Joe is an A. Joe is an A in vocals. He's an A minus in songwriting and artistry. Is an A minus in live performance, and he is an A in career impact. Puts his
Yep.
GPA at a 3.8 out of 4.0. He is an A.
Hold on. So let me ask y'all a question.
Joe
Y'all
is
let
a
me.
top tier. Joe is a top tier adult R&B vocalist, known for his smooth baritone, constant delivery, and romantic balance. A staple of '90s and 2000 R&B with lasting influence on the genre.
So
You
okay.
can
So
get
you
more
said
in
he's a
depth.
he's a baritone singer. So let me ask you a question.
I mean, he
Cliff
got the
Cliff.
songs. I want
Hold
to
on.
know
Hold on. Hold on.
all the things. I'm just
Cliff
giving you.
specifically. You are you a musician? Have you played an instrument? Or you ever
Mm,
sing, or have you ever produced beats?
yep.
Okay. So you know what a step down scale is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I'm a baritone singer and I reach what's the next step up? Because soprano is you got soprano, you got mezzo soprano. What's the I think soprano is no alto is next from baritone, right? That's the step up from baritone,
You
right?
got alto, tenor, soprano,
Right.
falsetto. It's a couple.
Right. So if I go if my strength
So
is
you're
in
talking
low
about
note.
his range?
Yes, I'm talking
Because
about his
look,
no, hold
see,
on,
because here, but here's what I want to tell.
wait, big I'm trying hold on.
But if you're talking about, I just want
So
to
if
give
I
you something real
mm,
quick to build off of. If you're talking about his range, because in his vocal performance, when I did his vocal performance, tone and texture, he gets an A. Control and technique, he gets an A. Range, he gets a
that
B
wasn't what I
plus.
was
Range, he gets a B plus. And consistency, he gets an A. That's in his vocal performance. If you're talking about his vocals, and that's all I was saying, and you were saying what you were saying, I was like, was you talking about his range? Because he got a B plus in range.
right. So what I
So
mean
that's all I was saying.
so what I was getting at specifically is if I know that I can't hit a falsetto note, I'll do a step down scale because then the highest note on that scale would to somebody who is not necessarily musically inclined, they're not going to think nothing of it because it's going to sound like, oh, he really hit that high note, even though there's a whole scale range higher than that. So I feel like with Joe in a lot of his songs, he uses that quality to reach certain notes. And I think that's why for me, as far as his vocal performance in general, I think he has a great vocal ability. However, I'm not gonna say that you're the best singer. Because there's people out here who really stretch their vocals past certain points where I feel Joe limits himself. So maybe if he did, if you're like, okay, so on all the things, your highest note was during that run where you was like, baby, I wanna do all of that. Okay, there's somebody out there who could have really hit that and wouldn't have been shaky in their vocals. Like they could have really hit it and nailed it. So I feel like he does limit himself a lot because he's aware that it's certain notes he cannot get to. Whereas your counterpart, which is Kim, whose vocal range is bananas. So I'm sorry. It's just I think there are better singers out here who literally have a greater range than he does. But it doesn't take away from his music. I think Joe got some great classics. I thoroughly enjoy him as an artist, but
The only
as far
reason
as
why I
the
can't agree
singing,
with that
literally,
because it was a period of time that he was going to be R. Kelly's replacement. Unless you're gonna agree that R. Kelly is trash, then R. Kelly sucks. If we're gonna because he was literally gonna be R. Kelly's replacement at one point.
I
why was he
feel
going to
in
be R. Kelly's
range.
replacement?
That you gotta ask
See,
the
but his
industry. I don't know.
range.
That's the whole beef between Joe and R. Kelly because like Joe
See,
was literally about to take over like that whole shit.
but his range don't fuck up like he got everything else. He's just primarily mid range. Occasionally he dips into the falsetto, and when he does do it, he does it decent. Well, that's why he got a B plus in range. I said, but he's consistency in doing it live or in the studio. He's reliable with that, and he sounds good. He got good breath control, excellent breath control. He got consistent phrasing. You know what I'm saying? And like he's smooth. He got that rich baritone, and it's clear. It's very soulful. So like, other than the range, that's why he got a 3.8 out of 4.0 GPA in fucking vocal performance, because range is what gave him the B plus. But everything else, he's a A. He's solid.
Yeah, Joe's definitely a solid artist. I'm not going to disagree, but the whole him replacing R. Kelly,
No, that's
how would you replace R. Kelly? And R.
that,
Kelly is a
that's
monolith.
yeah, but that's literally something that happened. Like R. Kelly was the biggest artist, and then next you know, this new guy Joe came in, and everybody's like, "Wait, fuck R. Kelly? Who's this guy?" Like
Yeah, but that's
he was
weird because
that good.
R. Kelly has contributed so much more
We're not saying that
to R&B
that
than
that's
just
that that's
singing.
that's two different conversations. I'm telling you what happened in 1993, 1994 when Joe first came out. It
Okay.
was a period of time where Joe was almost R. Kelly's replacement. Well,
This,
okay, so all right, you know who Phyllis Hyman is? I would hope you know who Phyllis Hyman.
yes, yes.
Okay, do you know Phyllis Hyman? Whitney Houston is Phyllis Hyman's replacement. So
Is
imagine if Phyllis Hyman.
this gonna sound ignorant, Cliff? But is it because Phyllis Hyman died?
Well, you said it was going to
Is
sound ignorant, so I'm not going to respond
is
to that.
that the reason why they was
You
trying
said you
why they
said it was going to
replaced
sound
her?
ignorant, so that's why I'm not responding to that. I would not. Nope. 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 Devil, we ain't doing
No,
that today.
no. It sounds. What I mean by ignorant is not ignorant like dumb. I mean ignorant like I'm
Phyllis
really just
Hyman
not
died
knowing.
in
Like,
1995, so that means when Whitney Houston came out about 10, 11 years before that.
oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So this is what I'm saying.
I mean,
No, hold
all
on,
right.
but this is what I'm saying. So Phyllis Hyman, I mean Whitney Houston was Phyllis Hyman's replacement. Everybody knows that, the industry knows that. So now this is the same thing with Joe. So when we already know Phyllis Hyman was a way better singer than Whitney Houston, even though we know Whitney Houston was talented. But when you put Whitney Houston, Phyllis Hyman, yeah, Phyllis Hyman, she gets Whitney Houston the fuck up out of here. So it's the same thing with Joe. We know R. Kelly would get Joe the fuck up out of here. But at the same time, he was giving R. Kelly to run for his fucking money at a certain point.
Okay.
Not
That's
saying
actually
anything
a
about R. Kelly
very
because R. Kelly did. Well, listen, what Robert did and what R. Kelly did is two different people. Robert's on some other shit.
All I know is R.
uh,
Kelly. All I know is R. Kelly's GPA is a 3.95 out of a 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
He is a A.
No, that no,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
an S tier. That's S. That's superior.
This going no, it's A.
Oh,
A
whoa.
A plus. A is going with that. That's how
Oh,
I got it
I was
set
doing I
up.
was doing
I got it
the other
set up
thing.
like a
So
real report card. I got it set
that
up as
man
A.
has created
I
classic
mean,
after
I
classic.
mean, his vocal performance is the 3.9 out of 4.0. And I mean, tone and texture, A. Control and technique, A. Range, A. I'm the only B, which is a B plus, is in his consistency, live versus studio. Studio performances are exceptional. Live shows can vary, but still often strong. And that gives his vocals a 3.9 out of a 4.0. Songwriting and artistry, A plus. And songwriting, melody and arrangement, an A. Originality, signature sound, the A totals it up to a 4.0 out of a 4.0. Live performance, stage presence, an A. Energy level, an A. Audience engagement, an A. Performance GPA, a 4. That's your 4.0. Career and impact, contribution to R&B, a A plus. Longevity, a A plus. Influence on other artists, a A plus. That puts his impact at a 4.0. Notable song highlights, notable albums and highlights, 12 play, 93, The Bump and Grind, and Still
And
calling
you
me.
know, so
You
funny.
got the R. Kelly
12
album,
play, 12
95.
play is not even his best album. That's the funny thing about it.
I
It's
know.
not
Then
even
you
his
got
best album.
TP2.com,
Hmm
2000. You got the Chocolate Factory, Buffet. That's just some albums. You know what I'm saying? He had songs like Bump and Grind. I Believe I Can Fly, the Ignition remix, Step in the Name of Love, Your Body is Calling Me. His strengths: exceptional vocal technique and range, innovative songwriter and producer, groundbreaking R&B sound and influence, powerful emotional delivery. His weaknesses: live shows have varied quality over the years. Controversial personal and legal issues have affected public perception and legacy. Final report card summary: vocals are A, songwriting A plus, live performances A minus, career impact A plus. Puts him at, like I said before, a 3.95 GPA. R. Kelly is a A. One of the most influential voices in modern R&B, known for his versatility, songwriting, and shaping the sound of the 90s, 2000s, and beyond. His musical contributions are undeniable, though his personal controversies impact how his legacy is perceived. There
Did
you
you
go.
do any for groups?
hmm
No, I
I did
didn't
a
do
couple
no
groups. I
group
think I did
shit.
SWV before. I did a few.
Oh yeah, I mean he did SWV, I think. Someone, but like,
Yeah, I did a SWV. I think I did the Jacksons. I think Raphael Sadiq is the only one that got like the best grade so far. I think when we actually
What did
really,
he get?
I think Raphael's well on my end when I did the thing with the S tier for S being superior. Raphael Sadiq literally got S. He got an S in like every category, from songwriting to influence to like everything. The first time we did R.
You know
Kelly,
what?
I think the first time
Go
we
ahead.
did R. Kelly, we had to give R. Kelly a lower grade only because um hold on.
I kept it on his artistry, and
Yeah, but
again,
yeah,
mine is
but
being
that
done. See, but here's the thing: mine is being done off no emotions. I just type in. All I'm typing in is do a report card on such and such artist. I type it in three different things. So I'm not even letting my feelings when anything is being printed up and make it in depth with the songs, notable songs, and everything. So I'm letting it pull up everything from everywhere and generate it and put it together. So it's like my shit ain't coming off emotions on how I feel the motherfuckers is doing.
Are you just not a fan of R&B at all, or?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm
Oh, okay.
saying though it's better that I do it without having my feelings in it than it can be
because
accurate. Because anybody
the
that tries
first
to rate
time we
something
did R.
is
Kelly,
their opinion or their feelings. So I pull it from a neutral fucking space.
yeah, because the
And then we
first
can
time I
try
did
to
R.
talk off
Kelly,
that neutral space.
I
I
was
mean, but
pretty
the
much
neutral
bullied
space
into
is
giving
what? Go
R.
ahead.
Kelly a F, which I really didn't want to do. The first time I did R. Kelly like 2 years ago, I was bullied into giving him an F.
So I'm gonna say this, Cliff, and this is my own personal about Kales. um, as an artist, he's in his own category.
I agree.
He has legitly in his own way. So my personal opinion, not no emotion, in his own way, he did change the game of R&B. Anything personal, anything that happened in the courtroom, bedroom, whatever. Guess what? It only added to his legacy of music because guess what? People love what they heard so much. It added to his music. As bad as people try to make what he did as a person, they still was in love with his music, and his music was in some shape, form, or fashion. His music was telling the story of some stuff he may have did inside his personal life, and people still listen
And Jabari,
to his music.
see, and Jabari, I agree with you on that. So,
Okay,
I
let's just break down. Hold on for a minute. Let's just go into this. Not only did he write his biggest hits, but also R. Kelly wrote Ring the Alarm for Beyonce, Dangerously in Love,
uh
Freakum Dress, wrote, composed, and produced it, styled the
I
energy,
didn't know he
the
produced it too.
what the melodies and all
never
that.
knew that.
wrote "You're Not Alone" for Michael Jackson, wrote and produced that. It was a
Uh-huh.
Billboard number 100 hit, the first song in history to debut at number one on the Hot 100. The song that R. Kelly wrote, he wrote AJ Number 9, of course, for Aaliyah, helped craft her signature sound in the 90s. Well, he remixed a lot of Janet Jackson stuff. He did "I'm Your Angel" for Celine Dion. He did a whole
I
whatever.
did not
I
know he
mean,
did
I
that
can
one.
go
That's
into the
dope.
Whitney. Shoot, I can go into the Whitney Houston stuff that he wrote, the Usher stuff, Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Price, Ludacris, Jay Z collabs. I mean, like, come on now, like we can't even talk. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? And then
hey,
you
yo,
got people like Usher, Chris Brown, Trey Songz of the Weekend,
He
all
wrote
that
for Chris
copied
Brown
for
in the
them.
weekend.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
saying all these dudes have copied. No, I'm saying all these dudes have
I
copied
know
his
he wrote for Chris
style.
Brown though. I know for a fact. He wrote
No,
for
I didn't say they're right. If you listen to what I'm saying, y'all don't let me finish. Listen to comprehend and not to respond. I said that he also pretty much all them people pretty much like idolized him and copied his style. Chris Brown, Trey Songz, The Weeknd.
Oh
That's where
yeah,
them names
absolutely.
come in because I said that they copied his style. You know, whatever his melody and his lyrical style delivery on how he did it was influential to them. You know what I'm saying? He had the ability to write across genres. He could write pop, gospel, hip hop, and R&B. He's one of the most versatile writers, like in music history. Like, come on now, what are we talking about? You can't not like you can't. I mean, whatever. And I just gave a summary. I could have went in depth.
I think the only other person who could somewhat compare to that, somewhat, is probably Teddy Riley. And I would say he'd
Nope.
probably be off by a few margins just because
Nope.
he didn't really
When we
sing
did it,
outside of God, but
the only competition R. Kelly got, he has two, and it's Raphael Sadiq and it's Usher. That's it.
and
That's it.
Usher,
Yes, Raphael Sadiq, Usher. Those are the only two. That's it.
well, well, that's
how would Usher be a part of that? Usher don't write.
well,
And,
Usher
and
have.
that's why it's Raphael Sadiq or Usher. So hold on, Jabari. So when we did it, because we did the R. Kelly 2 years ago, when we did R. Kelly and we did the top male R&B artist, R. Kelly was number one in terms of this, modern R&B. I'm not talking about of all time, and we technically can't count Michael Jackson because technically it wasn't R&B. So R. Kelly,
Well, that's not. Well,
oh
that's not
Jabari,
true.
move
That's
out,
not
Jabari, move the fuck out my way, Jabari.
because that
Move
ain't
the fuck
true.
out my way because we did this 2 years ago. Me and Og did this 2 years ago, and the way we broke it down, and we had real singers, right? I had my boy Jermaine Mickey, who is Johnny Gill's cousin. That he was in the group. Fuck his name in that group. Anyway, yeah, look up Jermaine Mickey. He's somebody that's really out there. So it was R. Kelly, Raphael Sadiq, then Usher, and modern R&B when it came to everything. The only reason why Usher was number three, because Usher doesn't really write his songs. Usher does write, but he doesn't write as much as Raphael Sadiq and R. Kelly. So technically, while R. Kelly's gone, Raphael Sadiq is going to be number one.
Oh, so and here's the thing that I want to add to this, since this is the Joe report card. While we say that Joe was supposed to replace R. Kelly,
Okay.
R. Kelly literally wrote and co-wrote on a bunch of Joe's albums since he's been out, especially in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was R. Kelly's pen on them Joe tracks.
Yeah.
Facts.
So he could never be replaced. Like nah.
And this why this why I said in R. Kelly's own way, he did change the game for R&B. This man wrote, like I don't think people understand this. This man wrote a few songs in the 90s that was actual gospel songs. This man wrote a couple hip hop artist songs. This man has wrote for a lot of fucking people. Even some songs that people sing to the high heavens. I Believe I Can Fly, Live, like those are R.
The
Kelly
world's
songs.
greatest. Don't forget that. That's
the world's greatest.
that was everybody's graduation song.
Bro, this man has wrote for so many people. And like I said, you can talk about the sex allegations, whatever. All of that added to his legacy as an R&B artist, aka now being deemed the king of R&B. When this nigga wrote Half on a Baby, Honey Love, it seems like you, not me, seems like you ready. This nigga told you what was up with him a long time ago. This nigga literally changed the game. And if anyone says anything different, I would challenge you to go listen from R. Kelly from when he was in a group to when he went to jail. That's a lot of damn songs.
I don't think anybody would disagree that R. Kelly is I think R. Kelly is a monolith. Like he's on the same level, in my opinion, as like a Michael Jackson or even a Stevie Wonder or Smokey Robinson. Like when you're talking about contributory factors overall in these different genres of music, especially when you're talking about transcending decades, um, it is hard to really compare them to other people. Now with Raphael Sadiq, I'm not going to take away from his legacy, but I do need to be a little bit more well versed in his legacy. I know outside of Tony, his solo projects and then stuff he did with what's that one group he created early like 2001, 2002. Um I cannot think of the name of the group, but it was him, I think it was his brother and it was the girl. Uh they had this song Dance Tonight, but um aside of that, I wouldn't say that Raphael Sadiq is a monolith. I would say he's just a very solid contributing factor to neo soul. But the stats probably say otherwise. So, but that's really just my personal take on him as an artist.
Absolutely, and I agree with that, and that's why I said for anyone to try to speak against, um, again, I'm not justifying what he did because again I wasn't there, but for you to try to hold sex allegations or whatever against him, guess what? You're also still adding to what his persona as the artist because that was his persona was the bad boy in R&B. The same way you can say the same thing for who? Bobby Brown. He was considered the bad at his time of his height. He was considered the bad boy of R&B. He did everything his way, how he wanted to do it, when he was going to do it, why he wanted to do it. R. Kelly literally did the same thing in his own lane. And everything he did, publicly, privately, everything he did just added to the persona and that put him, like you said, being a monolith now as a complete artist, the king of R&B. And anyone says differently, you don't know music. You don't know this man's musical journey and history as an artist. This dude literally wrote an album for a whole movie within a day. This dude wrote most of the songs on Space Jam. They literally said he wrote that in a day. This man has literally killed it. And you can say whatever you want to say about him. But hey, you got artists from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now some new up and coming artists in the 2020s still trying to be like R. Kelly. Like I said, you got from Chris Brown to Usher to Trey Songz to The Weeknd. You can even go further than that.
Wait, but can we be honest though, Jabari? During the time that R. Kelly, Raphael Sadiq, Teddy Riley, Devontae Swing, all these different
Teddy Riley is
people
not really
were.
an R&B singer. Like we can't really put him in that category.
Wait. What I'm saying is, during that time, I would say it was a little bit easier to introduce sounds, but then also the main contributing factor to this legacy is all the people he was actively involved with and having a direct hand in their career. Getting number one hits, first of all, getting a hit is a challenge in itself, but to get a number one hit consistently, Um, and you're not even the one singing the song. You're just writing it and producing it. I think speaks to a different level of talent that's not really present in today's artists. A lot of these artists, so if you look at Yo Gotti, yeah, Yo Gotti put on Glorilla and a couple other artists, but Yo Gotti stopped rapping. So you went from being a rapper to now you just kind of like, I got this record label and these are the artists I signed. So I'm just putting money under these artists, but I'm not actually directly in the studio writing songs for them. I'm not producing songs for them. I just signed them. Same with P from QC. I'm just signing these artists, but I'm not actively in the studio producing these hits with them. So I would say that the industry now has made it a little weird to kind of curb the angle as far as introducing new sounds and new breaths of fresh air, um, because everybody is pretty much just going off of whatever they know, and that's what you're presenting to the media. And so we look at the Billboard 100s, even though Lil Trey from Chicago might be popping on the circuit, and you just see him, have a couple songs go viral. His song is not about to sit on the Hot 100.
Man, that's
This artist specifically is not going to get Billboard nominations, Grammy nominations, none of that for production and writing, because at the end of the day, when it comes to these main artists who are contributing these sounds, you don't fall in that category as far as contributions to the overall sound of the time. It's kind of just faddish. Um, the only outlier I'll give uh, for this example would be Soldier Boy. Um, Even though a lot of people don't give Soldier Boy his credit per se, I think Soldier Boy, for the new age of millennials, so like people from the mid 2000s to now, he introduced a wave of streaming, um, which kind of bred into this whole thing of TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, as far as getting your music put out there, even with SoundCloud. But for him to become a MySpace rapper, MySpace producer, you're utilizing streaming services like YouTube and LimeWire and all this other stuff to get your music put out. And then you did it at a time that now became dance culture. So you got Booty Doo, you got Shootout, you got Crank That Soldier Boy, all of these things, you're introducing this kind of weird southern sound that kind of, in essence, you gave birth to what we have now is the jerk, the cat daddy. You see what I'm saying? The stanky leg, all of these things that have now become kind of classics in the 2000s household. But that's because Soldier Boy ushered that in. Can you realistically say that there is a artist right now, per 2020s, that is actually ushering in something that is longevity? Are you creating a sound? Are you creating something in these artists that is going to stand the test of time? And personally, I would say no. Twerking aside, drill music aside, like all of this shit is just fad shit. Next 10 years from now, nobody's gonna be twerking. Not in the rate that they're doing it right now. The Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, all that shit is just gonna be has been music. That's not going to be a longevity sound 10 years from now. As a matter of fact, niggas is actually
Absolutely.
getting tired of this shit. So I don't know. I would say that the industry definitely did a poor job of taking the creativity away from artists being able to transcend uh these different sounds. Like, so I don't know. I think R. Kelly definitely came in at the right time, where you could do that in music.
Well, I will say this, just to quote Nelly, these new artists got it easy. I don't care what nobody in this room say. These new artists got it easy. And I feel where Nelly was coming from when he said this too. Late 90s, early 2000s. Nelly in competition. Jay-Z, DMX, Eminem, Ludacris, Chingy, and a plethora of other artists trying to fight for the #1 spot on billboards, magazines, music videos. these niggas was literally not literally fist fighting, but they was fighting to say, Ching, like you said, they have the hit and the number one hit. Not 10, not 8, number one hit. These new artists, only thing I gotta do is get a TikTok following. I've now made the same or if not more money than Nelly made then versus now. I'm literally on the same level as Nelly and streams and in income because my song going number one on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. You even now can share shit from Snapchat, which I didn't even know that. So now you get artists
You talking
taking
about
songs like prime example.
for
I
Mr.
like the song because it's nothing
Yeah,
but
he
a
just
pretty
told
much
him a flyer for this
in a
Thursday.
way a more
The last
hooder
for
version
the
of
performance. So if they
Genuine's
got
Pony.
performances,
He just
I'm not
called it
flyers if they not
rodeo.
gonna come.
You're literally getting
Huh?
hits off of this song from
But
a
like shit in
pure
here. I'm
original
trying to make
song
flyers
called
it's
Pony
not pulling up.
by legendary icon artist Genuine.
But
You
he
just made the man's
was
song
gonna say,
a little bit more
listen,
sexy,
Brisky and all
far as you just see girls
they
twerking, and the whole song is you literally just saying,
all right, say no.
"I want to fuck you,"
I
just
he
plain and
said once a
simple. I
month.
just want to fuck on you,
If he don't show up, he better
and
not ask
after
you.
that's whatever. But you
I know
got that
told me to make one
giant
for this
hit
East didn't show up. Told me to
just
make one
because you
for
streamed it.
Thursday, didn't show up.
You didn't go out
Right.
there and compete against
I
Genuine
missed
at that
the
time.
last one.
You didn't go out there and
Yeah,
fight tooth and
literally, he
nail. So
was supposed to
when
come.
you look at artists like R. Kelly and them,
No, I made
they
him a flyer.
earned these
I made him a
spots.
flyer for that date
They
from the East.
earned the
I
right
made him a
to
flyer
to
for
tell a
this
new
Thursday.
artist, little fella, sweetheart,
All right,
humble yourself.
give me a little bit.
You're standing on my shoulders because of what I did. I carved out a lane for you to follow. You didn't carve out a lane for me to follow. So there's not even a comparison that I have literally earned the right to be called an icon, a legend, a myth in music. Yes, as R. Kelly literally created a lot of personas for a lot of people by giving them his songs. Because a lot of these artists were trying to find themselves in music. He helped them do that. People can talk about it, but hey, he made Aaliyah who Aaliyah is as an artist. We take everything else away. He made Aaliyah. He made the Maxwells. He made the Joe. He made these niggas. Especially when they were trying to reinvent themselves or be invented. He literally helped them be who the hell they are. And gave them hit songs. And they blew up from there. So I don't know. I think some think some people gotta take the emotion out of it and look at it for what it is. Cause if people want to say that, hell, you definitely, I mean, hell, let's just call a spade a spade. Michael Jackson, Lillian did that for everybody. This nigga has Lily, hell, this nigga is damn near as famous as Jesus. Michael Jackson's known everywhere, no matter where you want to say it. Michael Jackson is known everywhere, including the damn desert, the rainforest. Everyone knows who Michael Jackson is. They may not know the damn president or governor or the empress. They know Michael Jackson. They know the king of pop. R. Kelly is literally on that same road. R. Kelly's been in jail how many years? Almost what, 4 or 5 now? This nigga still making money in jail.
Because of longevity. You know what it is, though, Jabari? It's not that there aren't songwriters, like ghostwriters and stuff. It's the fact that we knew who our ghostwriters were. You knew who R. Kelly was because not only was he ghostwriting, but he was singing his own stuff. So it was balanced.
No, not just that though. My whole point is this. They took just like a comedian, which I learned this from comedians. Some of comedians' best jokes come from their real life experience. So let's apply that to music. Majority of R. Kelly's biggest longevity, amazing, timeless hits came from his real life. This nigga wrote a song called Turn Back the Hands of Time. If you listen to the song, he's telling you why. He's painting you a realistic picture, giving you a story of why, if I could turn back the hands of time. This nigga wrote, he wrote I Wish. Real life experience, giving you a story on why he wished he had that ability to get back time with his mother, get back time with this person. This nigga literally took a real life pain, made a song so deep to where we all can emotionally connect to these songs. Again, I care less about anything personal because I wasn't there. That's not my business. But as an artist, he took those moments and made timeless hits. We talk about the Maxwells. This nigga he helped reinvent the Isley Brothers, and then came up with what 3-4 albums of a storyline.
Yeah,
that we sing to this day.
Yo, he definitely get.
Bro,
Yo, we ain't know who the fuck the Isley Brothers was until Not Contagious. What was the song before that? Or the one in '96?
Keep it on the down low.
Down low. You had Down Low. Then you had
Busted.
Busted.
I listen to Isley Brothers a lot though.
Then you had the shit with Kelly Price, Jabari.
God, a friend of mine. Bro, think about this. This nigga took a real life, everyday situation, right? And made multiple hit songs and multiple storylines to every album. This nigga took a real life situation and called it Trapped in the Closet.
Wait, but Jabari, let me ask you a question. To your point, do you think that that's what's messing these artists up? The fact that you have so many ghostwriters, and this, what is it, usually like 4 or 5 of them per album? I'm talking about in today's time. Usually a lot of these artists have at least 4 or 5 people writing their songs. So do you think that's what takes away from the relatability of their music?
In my personal opinion, I think what takes away from today's artists is that a lot of them are talking on shit they never experienced. I guarantee you, every man in this room honestly can write a more honest song about a relationship than most of these artists. And I say that from real life experience, real life, to where no one can say, oh yeah, this is a good song. But when you say no, what's the song I could use?
I think the most male relatable song is My First Time by IMX.
No. Most song that a man can sing that's so relatable, a man-woman relationship, is even though we made a joke about it, Emotional.
By Carl Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
Another song by Carl Thomas, even though it's funny.
Summer Rain?
No.
Oh.
And Cliff know where I'm going with this. This nigga wrote a song. It said, "What about me?" This nigga was so in love with his bitch, he forgot he was the side nigga.
Whitney Houston did that too. She got a song.
Hold on, but think about the point though.
Yeah.
That is something you have to truly say you have experienced for yourself, not he say, not he say, she say. Your own literal experience. We laugh about the song, but a lot of niggas can honestly relate to that song. And he wrote that when in the late 90s, early 2000s. We're still talking about that song in 2025. I'll even give you one for women. People laugh at her, but look at Toni Braxton. Um, uh, um, Break My Heart. People sing that song to the top of their lungs because that is something that women can honestly say who've ever had that personal experience can relate to.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige. Offered. I'm going down. That's the name of it. I'm going down. That's something you had to literally experience for you to literally sing at the top of your lungs and feel every last word to.
Now,
The
if we're gonna be honest, as far as new R&B artists, there's a few that I'm familiar with that I think could could bring back that same level of relatability. Um, I would say probably Eric Bellinger because he's a singer songwriter too.
Mhm. He's
He's
dope.
been doing this for quite a while. Um, him, I would say, it's one artist, Xavier Omar. He is
I heard of him.
underground, but
I heard of
yeah,
him.
he has some good like you talk about some fire ass R&B. Like he really should be more mainstream. Unfortunately, he's not. I think Leon Thomas has definitely been doing his thing with this Mutt album. In all honesty, um, he almost kind of I think he pulls a lot of his sound from the early 2000s, like 99 crossing over in the year 2000, where Neo Soul kind of had a huge pivotal point as far as ushering in a lot of the newer Neo Soul artists. He kind of sounds like during that time. Again, like I said, it's a few R&B artists that um, have been trying to put their staple back into the industry without making just strictly sex based music. As far as rap, I don't have a lot of high hopes for mainstream rap artists. I don't. Me and Ak were talking about this yesterday when he had the room, based off the video. Somebody was comparing Nicki Minaj and Drake to Juvenile, which I thought was a fucking horrible comparison. Um, but I think the future of rap really has. There is nobody that can pilot it right now. The older artists aren't getting respect. The newer artists are doing whatever the fuck they want to do that doesn't make any sense. So I think right now, as far as the industry taking away from taking pop and all this, rock and all that shit out the way, R&B is probably our last hope of preserving the longevity artists.
Um,
I don't think rap can do it.
I actually agree with you. And I say that for R&B is because um if you look at the elements of R&B, I think we all can agree that R&B is rooted in sex, is rooted in love, is rooted in being emotional, is rooted in happy those romantic happy times. So I think R&B can definitely be be preserved, and and I'm saying that loosely. But when it comes to rap, totally agree with you. Like they don't want original artists no more. Like from what I see personally, they want a remix to a remix to a remix of an artist. Like you don't want a Nas and you don't want a Pac. You don't want a Jay Z. You don't want you don't want these artists to be individuals. Like when you heard Jay Z songs, there was no way you can say, "Oh, that sounds like DMX." You could never say that, never. And if you do, I know you were smoking crack. You was legitimately stupid. If you can say that Biggie sounding like Busta Rhymes. You were stupid. I would think you need to be locked up and mentally checked because they sounded different. Their flow was different. Their beats was different. How they showed up as artists were different. Now you look at from 20, I'll say from 2016 to now, everyone's trying to sound the same. They're trying to look the same. They're literally trying to be the same or be pushed to be the same. There's no more individuals. Everything now, and I get it when I understand that people get mad when I say this, but they're trying to be inclusive and make everyone a carbon copy. They don't want people to be individuals no more. Like like they really don't. And the small outliers that you know are individuals, again, I get it. These may not be everyone's, favorite artist, but a Kevin Gates song is different from a Nipsey Hussle song. Two
Right.
different artists, way two different sounds. Even how they rap is completely different. But if you put on a Drake, low key, he you can damn near compare him to 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 so many different artists. It's like, bro, some of y'all like, do some of y'all sit in the studio together and write these songs at the same time? Because y'all literally sound the same. Y'all beats are literally damn near spot on comparable. Again, there's no way you can say Eminem and MGK sound the same. There's no way you can say that. How Eminem flow, how he bridges. There's no fucking way you can say Eminem sounds like MGK or Eminem sounds like Kiss. These are two different artists, two different generations, two different genre. Kiss was rock and roll. Eminem is more hip hop. There's no way you can say they sound the same. And
Again, bringing back to the point that I made yesterday, these are a different time that we live in as far as what people are willing to spend their money on. So, like, to be quite frank about it, right? We're adults. We're going to have a very blunt conversation. The minute that people found a way to mass produce sex, mass produce drugs, mass produce guns, mass produce this ideology of hood culture, and you found a way to make it palatable amongst the masses, this is why we have these cloned versions of different artists, because there's not much to that. I.e., we all live in an area that got a McDonald's. We all got an area that got a fucking buffet in it. We all got an area that got the crackhead that like to walk around with his drawers and his ashy knees. We all got that one auntie that like to be loud and get their point across. We all can relate on that level, right? So what makes it different from then to now? Well, the difference is, and it is, I do agree with you about the relatability as far as like making people be able to be on the same playing field. That inclusivity part is what's fucking everybody up. Half of our majority of our artists, especially when you're talking about rap artists, back in the late '80s and the '90s, these are people who are coming straight off of their literal personal experience. If you listen to Tribe Called Quest, like actually listen to the lyrics of their songs, a lot of the shit was not like, it wasn't overly complex music. It was just some like, nigga, I'm cooling it. This what I saw today. I saw a big booty shorty. Damn, I want to get on her. Like that was it. Bonita Applebum was literally about them talking about a big booty bitch that they saw walk down the sidewalk. There wasn't no extra hypothetical. It was like just straight to the fact. When you think about Far Side, she passing me by. The song was literally about them flirting with their teacher. There was no hypothetical, monolithical, it was none of that extra. It was just what they dealt with on their day to day basis. And on that factor alone is what made it unique and also relatable. but it was relatable to people who actually have understood what comes with that, the impact that comes with that. When you're looking at music now, it's only relatable because you don't have to really be a man or a woman to twerk. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. They show turtles twerking. There's videos of fucking dogs twerking. Like, you don't have to be a person to twerk. So when you're looking at inclusivity, what level of inclusivity are you really trying to have? And I think that dilutes the actual culture of what rap music is. Now you got white women. I just saw on the block video, when they got the microphone and they do their freestyle in the street. White girl, no rhythm, no type of cadence, just on the mic. Yeah, my baby daddy got me pregnant and punched me in my face. And that's
I
how I
saw
got a
that
biscuit.
video.
I'm like, what the fuck is
I
this?
I saw that. That shit was funny as hell though.
I was so confused. Like, what are we talking about? But that's considered rap? That technically is considered rap. And you have to accept it by mainstream standards because of inclusivity. There's a white girl somewhere who could relate to that. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to relate to no white girl getting punched in her face. First of all, I'm not white.
Bro. Like,
And I've never been punched in my face and miscarried from a nigga beating on me. I don't know what that feels like. And the fact that you're trying to relate this type of shit to black culture, which is what rap was mainly founded in, I think is completely disrespectful. So the fact that you found a way to monetize this sound and make carbon copies of it has completely diluted the essence of it. And this is why you get the bullshit you have now. You don't have people who are true to the game in a respectful manner. We got Joey Badass still making music, Isaiah Rashad, Larry June, Two Chains, Lil Wayne. You feel me? But what's his name? Benny the Butcher. You feel me? You got J. Cole. It's a lot of artists out here that's still making good music. Lupe Fiasco just dropped the album last year. Like, it's a lot of artists that still make, but why are they not the main topic of conversation? Because we don't want to relate to that. It's too real. It's too heartfelt. It's
and
too niggerish.
and because it's too offensive.
And it's exactly, it's too offensive.
It is too offensive to men say I don't relate. I don't relate to no gay nigga. It's that is so offensive now. Oh, how come you can't see their point of view? Cause I'm not them. Like,
We can't relate to that, but you got Shorty who was signing to Kendrick Lamar talking about my anxiety. Everybody don't go through anxiety.
them. No, this is what's so funny though, Chain. I was listening to some Floetry one night. I was here cooking or whatever, and it's like the early 2000s where like Say Yes had came out, right? I'm listening to I forget if it was that specific album. It was an interlude, right? And literally she's sitting there talking. She said, "Yeah, I I just want you to lay me down and put your dick inside my." I'm like, wait a minute. I've never heard this from Floetry. And she literally explaining in this interlude of what she's finna talk about. The song that came on, I was so dumbfounded. I said, nigga, I've never heard Floetry say none of this.
You never heard it getting late.
Look, I've never heard this. The shit threw me off so bad. I'm like, nigga, alrighty then, Floetry, tell me how you really got down back in the day. But then I watched the interview with her and Tank, and she explained a story of how she came up with the song "Say Yes." I'm like, that makes perfect sense. But let's be honest, I can relate to this song, "Say Yes," because I've made women say yes. How she explained that song? No, I'm not being funny. Like, really think about this. She said she wrote that song after having sex, and she used that to write the song. She literally said this in multiple interviews. She said, "I literally wrote this after having sex with a boyfriend at that time." And she said when she was trying to get to the climax of the song, she just started moaning. If you listen to the song, she literally just told you her whole sex experience in that moment. And she made a hit song that we're still singing 20 some years later, that people sing at the top of their lungs. She literally just told you she ran out of words because in that moment she was coming, and she put her moment in this song. And you get people singing.
Ching, you're eating my dick. You're eating my ass.
So I'm gonna tell
it.
you, don't do it, Jabari. So look, Benham. So since you decided to disrupt the room,
how are you?
Yeah, that's
how are you?
fine. But since you decided to
have to have.
how do you feel about Donnell Jones? How do you feel about Donnell Jones? Do you think he's one of? Do you think he's a
to have sex with me? You're eating my dick. You're eating my dick. Fuck your mother.
I mean, that's cool. Well, I mean, my mom, she likes Donnell Jones, right? But this is the thing. So speaking of Donnell Jones, right? Donnell Jones has a song, right? And you know what the song is called? The song is called The Hallway. His song is called The Hallway. I kicked him, but damn, I know you. Damn,
I think he left.
No, I kicked him. I kicked him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, whoa. No, remember when Erykah Badu did the music video for Window Seat and how controversial that was at the time? Because she
that
got
was very
completely
controversial.
It was. Now imagine if she would have made that song today. Would it have still been controversial?
Absolutely. It actually would have. No,
so, Jabari, I don't think so.
Hold on. It actually would have been more controversial because guess what? At this time period in 2025, so 2025 only, you have this woman objectifying herself, and now that's going to be an argument of it's still men's fault because they should not allow this woman to do that. So now you're going to have a new gender war conversation. It will be worse now because no man was involved in making, quote unquote, making that video go viral. She did that all by herself.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not gonna lie, Jabari.
That's fine. That's fine.
Given the state of music and the crap that people are doing, I think that would have led right into the crux of femininity and women being able to do what they want to do with their bodies.
And that would have went into to what I just said, a whole new talking point of a gender war conversation. Because now you have legendary icon, music singer, degree holding Erykah Badu doing something that women are going to jump behind, but then you're going to have some women talk about the same way. Watch this, the same way that India Arie, neo soul icon singer, was demonized because she did not agree with how those women was on that stage doing what again? Twerking and disrespecting Essence Fest. Did that not go viral? When she said that was embarrassing, that degraded Essence Fest, it got away from the point of Essence Fest. So guess what? There's going to be another talking point if Erykah Badu would have did that video in 2025.
So then let me ask this question. Same conversation. D'Angelo, untitled video, most known video that he ever put out. Bare-chested, almost saw the top of his mom's pubis. Would that have been controversial if they would have released that today?
No.
Because in 2025, men can be sexually objectified and no one cares until someone say Yeah, that shit wrong. Now that's an argument. But again, men can be sexualized in music. No one cares about that. Because guess what we can do? Talk about you. Oh, you're this. You're a pet. The quickest thing you can say is that men are gigolos, they're pedophiles, they're womanizers. That video was one of his best videos at that time. Women loved that video at that time. 2025, he's a womanizer. Even though it was not one woman in that video. He's a pimp. He's a player. He's doing so much. Only thing the nigga did was sing with no shirt on.
Literally, that's all the video is. It's just him with no shirt on.
Literally singing.
Spinning in a circle, singing.
Literally, I'm singing. but because in 2025, damn near everything that men do is offensive. Even if women like it, it's still considered offensive. And these can be the biggest hit songs.
When you love someone.
Wait, Shaheem. I had asked the question. You remember when Erykah Badu got naked in window seat, and you remember when D'Angelo did Untitled? I was asking at the time that it came out, Erykah Badu's song, the video was more controversial than what D'Angelo did. But if you released it in 2025, do you think both of those would have still been, controversial?
It would have, because shit, you gotta think about it. Even though it was two different eras that did it, it was two different times. So D'Angelo did it, it's cool. It ain't show his dick, no diddy. But Erykah Badu shit, it show her candy yams and her couscous and her tits. And that's why she got her goofy ass locked up too. But that song was good though. So yeah, it would.
In 2025?
Yeah, separate but equal.
That's a great point.
I didn't know she got locked up for that video.
Yeah. She got that video was not an actual official music video. She literally had her music playing in the background. Everything she did was literally on a regular city street in that moment.
She got arrested for that shit.
She got arrested. Yeah. She literally got butt bookie, fresh naked, in the middle of the street, literally in public. That was not a video. It was made to be a video.
Public decent exposure.
I never knew she got arrested for that.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, she was slugging though.
Bruh, nobody knew that nobody knew until that video. And maybe I could be wrong, but no one publicly knew until that video that Erykah Badu had ass. Nobody knew that. Why? Because Erykah Badu, in the time she was making music, in her time frame, always put on the cultural African traditional clothing. So it never really. I'm talking about how she did that. In her other videos, you never saw her literally get naked or have on anything to really show her figure below the waist like that. She always wore dresses at the time, to my understanding. Now, if y'all saw something different, put your boy up on game.
Okay, Erykah Badu.
No.
Erykah Badu was the first 444 spiritual, and she got a lot of butterfly. That means she been ran through air. She the first one to put it out there.
Move. Now. Now, move.
You are stupid, Shawty. You stupid. Bro.
It's the truth, though. Like, think about it. Nobody went on to that spiritual 444 and healing crystals and let me heal so I can be. I'm just saying, though. Like,
Mother, what are you saying?
She was the first one to start doing
I am home.
Nobody in the early 90s. Everything about getting.
What I've realized is
What is wrong? Do you want to go to the hospital?
So y'all complain about Megan Thee Stallion.
No, I'm not complaining. Though.
Hold on, this is is what I hear. I'm just summing it all up.
Okay,
Y'all
okay.
complain about Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all complain about Cardi B. Then in the
Okay,
same
mother.
breath,
Okay. Okay.
there's complaints about
Okay.
Erica
I'm gonna do it
Badu.
now.
There's
I'm gonna do it now.
complaints about India. What do y'all want?
No,
No,
let's keep it real.
no, we're
It's
not.
not.
We're
Listen,
not
I'm
complaining.
not bashing. Gang, I'm giving her Black History Month flowers. She was the first 44. You know what I mean? Triple four. Woman to be on that in the
Jabari,
early.
I'm not talking about in this conversation. I'm
Oh, you just
saying
talking about
in
general.
general. I
Oh,
hear men complain about the Cardi B's of the world, the Megan Thee Stallions of the world, the Lottos of the world. And in the same breath, they complain about India Irie, complain about Erica Badu, complain about go baby,
Yeah,
them niggas don't count,
chill
gang, because you know
stay.
why?
yeah, because
I'll
yeah,
be
I'm
so
confused.
confused. Like,
I'm
Because
confused right
bec-
now.
because you know why we moving the goalposts. See, the main thing was, and I would use it as a nagatory joke, was I got to get Erica Badu her props though, because she the only one to have 4 different baby daddies and they all cool. They ain't on that baddies episode shit. So yeah, she do definitely get her flowers. She definitely get her healing crystals, and she is the ultimate 444 final bosses.
No, so what I'm confused about is that as a art, like what we're talking about is just music in general. We're not bashing nobody, but if you look at the era that we're talking about back then, people wasn't easily offended back then.
Exactly.
If you look at 2025, people get so offended about how some artists do their music. Me personally, I can care less. I grew up with the Trinas, with Lil Kim. We grew up with them.
I grew up with Bahamadia, Rod
Yeah,
Digger, Foxy Brown, Lady of Rage.
we grew up with them. However, in the mainstream media, people are now so offended because, again, people don't want individuals. There's no way in hell you could listen to a Eve song and say she sound like Trina. First off, their vocals and what they were rapping on in their respective time was completely different. You could never say that Eve sounded like Little Kim. They sounded completely different. But in 2025, Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they literally sound the same. And I'm not talking about their individual voice. I'm talking about their voice and music. They literally sound the same as if they're singing the same song. One is just more black. The other one is more Latino, but it's literally the same song. Back in the day in music, you could never say Jay-Z and DMX sounded the same. You could never say that. You can literally say that now for a majority artist of the 2020s to 2025. Majority of these niggas and females literally sound the same and do the same type of videos. They literally sound the same. You could never say that. I'm sorry. So, Jerick, I don't know where you came in that thinking that we were complaining. No, it's just what we're talking about is how the era of music have changed so much from when we were coming up to now.
Exactly. And we just giving out, and I was just giving out my flowers to Erica Badu, because you gotta peep this out. Back in my time of era, and guess I can say this because I'm almost 40. But back around that time, there wasn't too many spiritual chicks who was like on that in the late 90s or even hell, even in the fucking early 90s. You know what I mean? Not the type of spiritual shit Erica Badu was on. She opened the game up for a lot of chicks to heal up and a lot of people to find their inner self through them healing crystals, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, the only person you can say barely was Sade, and barely because she was just coming up was India Irie.
Yeah, facts. But India Irie had a short career though.
No. I'm saying on your point with the whole crystal. You
I
could only
seen.
It's
you could only say that for Sade and India Irie. Outside of that, them are the only three people at that time. Again, that time frame. Now it's a lot of artists you can say now, and a lot of them are getting traction and motion from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Pretty much the streaming era. But India Irie and them, they again not saying they literally did it, but they were fighting to be known. They were fighting to say, this is my lane, my vein of music. Hear me roar. Again,
Facts.
there's no way you could listen to India Irie and think she sounded like Floetry.
At
There's no
all.
way in hell.
Okay,
no,
any I read,
but
any I
Jabbar,
read, because you gotta think
when
about. I'm
okay,
sorry. No, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My fault, beautiful. I
no, it's,
cut you off.
no, it's okay. I was just gonna say, but Jabbar, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. The packaged the packaged deal when it comes to these artists is it took a lot of independence from the artists as far as being able to create their own sound and market their own sound and actually provide their own character to the industry. Most A&R, what is it, artist and something representative, I forgot what the R stood for, but it's like you pretty much like you're scouting for artists, scouting for new talent. I think because you have these streaming services where it's pretty much picking a litter. I could pick anybody from anywhere and replace them immediately. As soon as you stop producing the numbers that I want you to make, I'll just go back to your same city and find your next door neighbor and get them instead. So when you had A&Rs who were very pivotal in scouting the talent, it was hard to introduce them into the industry because you had to have more than just the vocal capabilities, be it rap or singing. Some of them played instruments. A lot of them were writing. A lot of them were producing. A lot of them were able to create structured ideas as far as like album concepts, artwork, things like that. They contributed a lot more than just their voice. The issue I find now, and people can ignore AI if they want to, it's gotten so much so you don't even need physical people to create music anymore. With all these AI softwares, they're literally mass producing artists overnight and making them go viral. That it was two rappers. No, one was a singer, one was a rapper. Um, AI holographic over in Korea and in Japan. And these two artists went viral. I want to say the first one, which was a female, she started going viral like 2018, 2019, and was taking pictures weird, taking full blown pictures with artists. Trippy Red did pictures with Wayne, did pictures with all types of different artists, Kodak Black, blah, blah, at these parties. This thing was completely AI generated. It was a whole freaking hologram. The next one, which was a guy, he made buzz back in 2022, 2023, and that's when people started getting hit to the use of AI artists in the industry, and they completely voted against that. We're not ready for that. What is this? It's creepy, it's weird, blah blah. But this is the path that the entertainment industry is starting to go down because it's too much of a liability. We're not paying A&Rs anymore, so there's nobody going out looking for talent. The talent we do have is too repetitive. You have the same look, the same sound, which was mass produced, by the way. Where you're talking about ushering in the sick woman. Everybody remembers Cherokee and Pinky and all these different people. Your Karen Stevens and all that who were pivotal in the early video vixen days. Now you have the artist who also duels as the video vixen. So you don't need a video vixen in a music video no more. You don't have to pay for this stuff because I can get you to do it. I'm saving money, I'm saving resources, and I'm making you a one stop shop as an artist. But this is where you kill the creativity of the game. Now you don't have anybody writing their stuff. You don't have anybody creating their own ideals. You don't have anybody who is producing new sounds or new concepts. And so now that there's all this oversaturation of the same color blue and the same color red, in the industry, we're just going to completely wipe y'all out because half of y'all dying, half of y'all strung out, famous decks. Half of y'all are killing people. Half of y'all are going to jail. A lot of y'all are washing out. You can't sell out shows. You can't sell out stadiums. You're not relatable to kids. You're too controversial when it comes to femininity and gay people. You don't know what to do when it comes to politics. You can't interview right. You don't know how to hold a conversation when we put you on Ellen DeGeneres show or Jennifer Hudson's show or Oprah Winfrey. Y'all don't know how to freaking dress. There's nothing special about you. So how do I now create the perfect artist where I can save money, I can save time, I don't have to do all this extra stuff as far as you selling out shows. I can market you to all these different people, places, and things. You're a safe go-to. We're gonna use AI. So all these people we're talking about that we love, your R. Kelly's, your Erica Badu's, your Michael Jacksons, yeah, they're all gonna get replaced with artificial intelligence at this point, where I can create the sound that I want to have. If I want you to be a soprano singer, I can make you be a soprano singer by hitting the X key. If I want you to be a tenor singer, I can make you a tenor singer. If I want you to rap drill and then turn around and rap ballads and all this other stuff, I can do all of this from my computer. And I don't have to pay anybody but my software team. That is where our music is going down. And I think it's very unfortunate. And people are really blatantly ignoring this stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to rebuttal against what you have to say respectfully, but you is correct. But I hate to say this shit now. Like now, everything's starting to go back into like the Dat Piff era of how music is now, because you really peep all that shit out. I hate to say it, but underground artists is coming out with way better shit than the industry motherfuckers.
No, I agree with you, Shaheem. But realistically speaking, how many of y'all, and I don't mean any of you guys specifically in the room, but how many of y'all are actually going out of your way to listen to an underground artist? Or how many underground artists have actually come across your algorithm, be it YouTube or TikTok or anything, that you felt was worth the listen? I can name at least 20 offhand of underground artists, but I've been listening for a couple years now. Um, but it's that type of stuff. Like it's so many underground artists.
But a lot,
Everybody named Mama is making music right now. So how can you actually keep up with the demand of who to support when everybody's making music?
shit, I ain't gonna lie, shit, blog, like you say, the internet team, because you really look at it now, since all this new hipster shit been coming out, now everybody want to be into the vinyls now. Everybody want to be vinyl crazy.
If you like something, you're gonna find what you want. You know what I mean? And if it's not spoon fed to you as a person, you know what I mean? Underground's been happening since day one. It ain't something just new to just happen all of a sudden. It's been underground. So you can go back to the 70s, 80s, or whenever hip hop kicked off. So all the people that are the high selling people, and then there's those that are underground. People listen to those people. It's not hard to find new artists. That's not hard to do as a listener. So if they remove the gatekeeper, now there's not a person dictating to me what I should like or what I shouldn't like. You see what I'm saying? So the only way I could get access to any new music was whatever it came on the radio, or if I go to a party, if that DJ plays something, then I know what it is. Now I can go on whatever site that I want to and find new artists. It's as simple as that. An algorithm is designed. We're gonna play you people that we think you might like. That's what it is. So I don't think so, man.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. But I do have a slight edge. Um, Finding underground artists again for people who are looking for that is not hard. But when you're talking about the general public of people who unfortunately are waiting to be spoon fed, because we're not going to dismiss those group of people who can't think for themselves. Um, it is going to be hard for them to get to reach those people because they're not looking for them. You have your creature comforts. You have some people out here who literally don't listen to rap at all. So it could be a million underground artists that are good at rap. You're not going to get the support from those 10 or 20 people because they don't listen to rap at all. Same with R&B. You have a group of people who literally do not like R&B. I don't care how good the song is. I'm not a fan of R&B. So you have these artists who are not going to get that same level of buzz from this group of people because they don't patronize it. But At the end of the day, whether you patronize it or not, you know at least 10 mainstream songs, be it R&B or rap. So that I think that's where the contradiction
Well,
comes into play, because it's like whether you are going to look for it on your own
mm-hmm,
when you go in that store, like during Christmas time. I cannot stand Mariah Carey's Christmas song. I hate it, but it's inevitable. I'm going to hear it. I know the
mm-hmm.
song word for word because I keep hearing it.
If you're exposed to a certain, like, whatever genre of music that you listen to, that's the music that you're going to hear. It's as simple as that, right? So if I would say, hey, name me the top five country artists right now. If you don't listen to country music, you don't know. And these people are packing stadiums and making millions of dollars, and you don't know who they are. So if you don't listen to that type of music, of course it's not gonna come across your bow. Of course not. You know who's making moves in jazz? Who's making moves in Christian gospel rap? I don't know. But for those that do listen to that music, so if you listen to hip hop, if you listen to rap music or listen to R&B, of course those artists are gonna buzz more on your timeline, on your algorithm, and the circles that you're around. That's what you talk about. So if somebody says, "Hey man, what's the new album come out?" You know, no, if you're around certain people, you don't have to ask, "Well, what genre of music you talking about?" No one says that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that new Future dropping, or whoever it may be. That's the truth. So if you like a certain group or like a certain sound of music, and you're tuned into that, now then you go into that genre of music, and that genre of music has subgenres. You know, well, you don't, boom bap, or you want to listen to trap, or you want to listen to this over here, the subject matter of whatever artist that it is, and then you go into that. Then you get into that. Well, these are the guys that do this on a more mainstream level. These are the guys that do it more on an underground level, right? And you make a decision. Some like both, and some like, yeah, I'd rather go deep in people that ain't really on the radio, like a Griselda or whoever it is, versus like a Cole or whoever, right? So you make a decision. Like, there's a navigation of what you want to listen to, what music that you like. Well, I like this, or I don't really like that. That's not really for me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, music that gets fed to you has been happening forever. You know what I mean? And now there's more freedom than any other time, at least in my opinion, of you being able to decide and choose what you want to listen to. You make that choice. Now, if you don't want to go out and look for it, that's up to you. Then you feel comfortable having it given to you. But them labels are doing just fine with who they putting out. Because if they weren't making no money, they wouldn't be here. That's how companies work. When they don't make money, they disappear. So if you can see that, people don't listen to the radio no more, plenty of people listen to the radio. Plenty of people. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the radio stations. You just hear those going out of business. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, you look at those things, the evidence of what is here is kind of how I look at it.
But they not making money because Megan Thee Stallion not selling out stadiums.
Well, wait. If you're talking about who is making money, if you specifically saying like an artist, hey, I got that. I understand that. But we're talking about the labels make plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the labels go and they're going out signing an artist and they're putting them out, right? They have the money and the means to do that. If you get into your car, any car you get into, there's a little box on the front of the dashboard called a radio. Doesn't matter what car you get into. Car that came out today, brand
No,
new.
but Russ, the pushback that I'm giving you,
Yeah.
it goes directly into what we were talking about earlier in the room, as far as longevity artists. That in itself is the issue. That is the issue, that there are no longevity artists because money has taken the place of true creativity. So at one point, which is why I brought up all the other stuff I said, because at one point you had to really be creative. Even with what I was talking about yesterday, there were two different time periods in which artists marketed themselves that are much different than how they're being marketed now. Artists had to really go out and create a name for themselves in their neighborhood. Being able to be a rapper, like, you know how people like, yeah, I rep the South, I rep this, I rep that. No, you had to really put work in to be able to say that. People had to know you. They had to be a fan of you. They had to actually come to your bar appearances or your chitlin circus or whatever you were doing that was putting you out there as an artist. So by the time you got put on in the industry, you already was a household name. These artists now
Mhm.
don't have to do none of that.
Right.
And because they don't have to do any of that, and because there's so much of a machine behind them generating their music, generating their look, generating their sound, generating their conversation of how they even talk to the general public, it's so much mechanical crap going on that there's no longevity artists because of the other examples I gave of death, drugs, jail, falling out, losing likability, all of these things. You're flip flopping artists. So here today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
One point in time, people actually listen to Famous Dex.
Yeah.
He was up there with Playboy Cardi.
But what I'm saying is
Do
that
people listen to Famous Dex now?
but that
No.
but having being a longevity artist, that's not, there's only a few artists that can get past 5 to 6 years. That is the lifespan of most artists in any era. It doesn't matter when we bring it up. 5 years. And when you go and you look and say, well, you know what, this person, no matter how big they were, lasts about 5, 6 years. Now there are
No,
some.
when you talk about longevity, I'm not
Mhm.
necessarily just talking about the ability to still make music. I'm talking about creating classics.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying. 5 years.
so when you think of Aaron Hall,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Hall's "I Miss You" is still going to get sing to the top of people's lungs to this day, even though that song was
Yeah,
made
but
in
Aaron
People
Hall as
stopped
an
giving a
artist
fuck
is
about Aaron Hall after
Aaron Hall
1998.
does not ring bells. Aaron Hall's
Yeah,
music
like
does not go up. He's not a
No,
longevity artist.
listen to what I'm saying.
I'm
Okay,
listening.
so then let's take Aaron Hall out of it. Montel Jordan,
Sure.
"This Is How We Do It" is still a classic. That song was made in the mid '90s.
Yeah, I'm saying no, but
It's still a
yeah, but you're saying
classic.
longevity artists, not longevity songs. So you can make a song that can last forever, but Montel Jordan, was it Montel Jordan? He's not making any moves now. If you got the album today, he's not making no waves. No one's checking for his music, so he's not a longevity artist.
Okay.
actually, Russ,
Mhm.
Montel Jordan actually has a great gospel career. He's still selling
Well,
out shows like he's like a big gospel artist now, believe it or not.
what I'm saying is that
But
if
I'm
that's true,
hey, Bob.
shout out to him. I'm just saying that if we're talking about longevity in artists, and then we bring up two people that don't have longevity, even though their
Yeah,
music, you can pick a song that came out
what you saying?
in the '60s, right, or the '70s. Those songs, go on, but the artists themselves who are still alive, right? Who right now is checking for Melly Mel? But he had the message. That that song still plays somewhere. We got to look
You
at.
could look at Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. She had a great career with them, and now she has an awesome gospel career. Still making music, still selling out shows.
Sure,
So
yeah. I mean, I get that, but if you're talking about when you say longevity artists, there are exceptions to every rule, and there are some that do. But for the most part, that doesn't really happen to any artist. You look, I just in our genre, in R&B and in rap music, that doesn't usually happen. So when you come out with a joint and your shit is hot and it's popping, Nelly was on top of the world for a couple of years, yeah, about 5, 6 years, right? And then musically, people stop checking for his music. He still put music out, So then, if you say him or Ludacris, whatever the reason of why their stuff's not really banging no more, at one point in time, it was. So if that happens, that's more common than saying, well, that person right there, they switch genres and still put music out. Well, sure. I'm just saying that.
I mean, you could even look at T-Pain. T-Pain fell off a little bit, but he revamped his career. He's come back stronger than ever.
Yeah, I'm saying no, but if you're revamping a career and you're doing something different, like his music, for music, you're talking about longevity in artists, music. Longevity is very rare in our. We don't big up our legends and people. We don't. That other genres do, but in our genre, we don't do that. And so if you were hot at one point in time, you might squeak through, but probably not. And
but Russ, then when you think about longevity, I think there's a lot of things that could go into play. So even if you're not literally still making music, look at Cher. Cher is almost 80 years old. Guess what song she plays the most when she tours? A song that came out in the 19 freaking 70s.
Right.
Like, so that one song has fed her for the past almost 50 years.
Right.
That one song.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the artist being longevity. So if you have longevity as an artist, that means you're still producing new music and people are still going out to hear new music. If you're like a legacy artist, that means you're going around, you're touring off of old music. So that goes for Cher or Elton John or whoever else that people want to bring up. You see what I'm saying? So the artists themselves, that's not longevity. But if you put a song out that's popular, my man that made the Ghostbusters song back 40 years ago, right? He ain't put out no new music, but that song every Halloween, guaranteed, who you gonna call? That is coming on. You see what I'm saying? So when you're producing music that lasts longer, the music lasts longer than the artist. That's the receipts that we look at, right? The music is going to shoot past whoever the person is after they dead and gone. The music still plays, right?
So then let me ask you that question. What artist right now? What artist right now? I'm not talking about pop or any other mixed media. I'm talking about as far as a black artist. What artist right now do you think has made a song that you can see yourself when you're in your 40s or your 50s or your 60s, you will still sing to the top of your lungs?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say, that while you're in the moment, in the same regard as that, it was the same way when those songs came out back then. You don't know what's gonna last and go through until you have to go through it first. If you're in it, you really don't know. But if I could say, well, you know what, Kendrick, Not Like Us, I think that song will probably play forever.
What?
I don't, so maybe it will, maybe it won't. Some songs last the test of time, and some songs don't. You see what I'm saying? No matter how popular the song
Hey,
was.
Russ, can I add on something? So, believe it or not, a lot of the songs that last the test of time, not even from big artists, they're not even like a lot of those albums actually flopped. Like, we already know the song, I Don't Want to Lose Your Love Tonight. That album was considered a flop. The Outfield, the debut album, is considered a flop. Like that album, like at that time, remember, at that time, you got 85, you got so many artists of all genres. You got Kiss, you got Michael Jackson, you got Prince, fucking so many fucking artists. Shaka Khan, yeah, you had fucking Bon Jovi, all types of artists. That was a flop. But now that's probably one of the biggest songs of the 80s. The same thing with old girl that had that song that was on Stranger Things. I forgot her name. That shit was a flop in the 80s. That's literally was one that shit went like diamond a couple years ago when it was on Stranger Things. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Well, like music can do that.
Yeah.
So
But the
that
art, the artist itself, what you're saying, Russ, is like the music will always last longer than the artist.
Facts. Always.
It's
every
always
case,
gonna last longer than the artist.
always like because music, is going to be forever. And if a person's not really feeling your music or whatever it is, whatever art that you put out, when you put it out, that happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Going in a completely different genre. The famous painter, Vincent Van Gogh, he died poor, broke, and his stuff is hanging in goddamn museums and priceless. Starry Night and Self Portrait and all these other joints. You know what I'm saying? The vase with flowers. But when he died, people went, man, if you don't get them paintings out of my face, you trash. It's probably what they were saying to him back in his heyday. But his art lasted and moved forward through centuries till we get it. And now this is amazing. Look at the strokes and just this, how people view something at the time. And when we say longevity as an artist, if you got somebody that's putting music out, right, and people are still interested and you still listening to their shit, that's rare for that to happen. In R&B, in hip hop, other genres a little bit different. But for us, once you hit a certain point, when we get tired of hearing you as consumers, you're done. We don't want to hear you no more. So if Bill Biv DeVoe decided they're gonna come out with a new album, people ain't listening to that shit. They're not. They're not checking.
I mean, you remember what happened last time with the album in the 04? The album flopped.
Niggers. This the deal, you fucking porch monkeys. You need to
Oh,
leave
okay.
the
So
country yesterday.
Aiden, so how do you feel about the topic? So since you decided to ruin the room,
The
right,
RMB report card.
on Donnell Jones. So how do you
All
feel about that?
Donnell Jones episode.
Oh, Ak, you
I
want to
don't
handle
care
this one, Ak?
nothing about that nigger shit.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and that's all. So you literally just came in the room just to say that, like for real. So
I
you
will
literally
meet you
interrupted the
halfway.
room.
I will meet you
So you
halfway.
literally interrupted the
Hold
room
on.
for all that. Ain't nothing to hold on to. You
I'll
literally
meet you
interrupted the
halfway.
room to say nigger. Like, oh my gosh, you really offended us. Woohoo!
Yeah, like he
No,
really
no,
he really
no.
thinks that we
Shit,
care
you could
about
at
that.
least
If you hear
cashed
me
in your
out,
ticket. You could at least cashed in your ticket before you came in the room to try to fucking be insulting. Say you
what does
porch
that mean?
monkeys.
Cash in
Oh
my
my
ticket. I
god,
just got
porch
on here.
monkeys. Like, and then he said porch monkeys. Ain't that
Oh, pork
crazy?
junkie. Oh,
Man, it's
I'm
not
mad.
crazy. It's like,
Fuck.
but
Hold
here's the
on, this
weird
is
thing
the
about it.
proposition.
No, but here's the
All
thing.
the
It's like the
blacks that
Neanderthal
voted for
man is
Trump,
calling
all
us
the
the
blacks
porch
that voted
monkey.
for Trump,
That's
they can stay.
crazy. That's
The blacks that voted
crazy.
for Trump, they can stay.
That's crazy. That
That's
don't
my
make no
deal.
sense.
Did
The
the trolling
rest of
backfire on you,
you
bro?
need to
Okay,
get
so
out.
Aiden, are
Cares?
you
Whoop de doo.
are you a fan of Donnell Jones?
No, didn't you just listen to what I
Yes or no? Yes
said?
or
I
no? Are
said
you
the
a fan
blacks
of
who
Donnell
voted for
Jones?
Trump can stay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
are you a
Those who
fan
need
of
to
Donnell
leave.
Jones? That's the
All
question
right.
I'm asking.
All right. So, like, that's all that you got?
So
Like,
that's
that's
not
your,
all niggers. Some niggers are good niggers.
those are your triggers? Those are your trigger words?
Yeah.
Those are your actual trigger words?
Like,
Are you actually
he really
My
thinks he's
trigger
doing something right
words?
now.
I don't know. What do you
Dude,
mean?
Air Tupac is better than you.
Yeah,
Air
man.
Tupac
Like,
is
if
better
you're gonna
than
be a
you.
troll,
That
like,
was
you
bad
be a
trolling,
good
Jack.
troll.
You,
Like,
you
you're
can
not
do
even a
better than
good
that.
You're
troll.
horrible. You're
This is
horrible.
terrible.
You're not even
Like,
entertaining. You're not
Tupac.
entertaining.
a
You
man
see this
that's
like you
trolling and not even
are
being good. Like,
literally
yo,
like
Tupac.
He came in
Hey,
here
hey,
and
oh,
said
Boogie, this is
fuck
the worst
niggers.
troll ever. Boogie,
Like
this
that
is
was
the
gonna
worst
offend
troll
somebody.
ever. We got a
Tupac.
horrible troll who
You a
actually
clown,
got on
bro.
stage
Why do
to
you have to
interrupt us,
make
Boogie.
everything fucking
This
black,
Aiden
you
dude.
nigger? Why you
why
gotta
you
Yeah.
bring
make
shit
everything
Oh
back
my
black,
to
God.
nigga?
Tupac and
Go
hip
back to that
hop?
one.
Niggas
That's
going
not
back
what
to
we were
that.
Just
talking
knock it
about.
off. Get out of here.
This
We were
guy's
talking
corny.
about
Like,
us
this
You
is
ain't got
crazy.
nothing
niggers
better
getting
to
out.
do.
Nobody was
You ain't
talking
got
about
nothing
fucking
better than
Tupac
you.
nigger.
See, you don't even understand. You
Nobody
just
was talking about fucking
that don't
Tupac
make no
nigger.
sense.
You pulled that
Okay,
shit out your nigger
So,
ass.
okay. Look, how many kids
You
you and your
pulled that
sister
out
got?
your porch monkey ass.
How
Fucking
many kids you
Tupac.
got with your
What are you
sister?
talking about,
How many
Tupac?
kids you got with your sister?
What?
I
How many
I
kids you
I,
got with
I
your sister?
I'm about to rape your mother.
Oh my God! Well, that'll be so hard for you to do because she's in the urn. That means that you'll be fucking corpse dust. So,
Corpse
like,
stuff.
what else you
What does
got?
that mean?
did
Damn.
it did
Because she got cremated, so she's in
Boo
the urn.
boo.
So she's
Bro,
like,
what the fuck
you'll
did
be
I
fucking
walk
corpse
into?
dust.
Oh.
So see, you got
Yo,
a lot
Boogie.
going
So he
on.
came in the
You're not
room.
gonna
Shit.
He
fit
thought
me.
he was
So
gonna
what you
troll
gonna do?
us.
Oh shit.
And maybe when you come around,
Oh
but like that, maybe
shit.
when you come around and
Oh,
since
so
you're going to
you
say
mean to
something,
tell
maybe
me
I'll
I'm
throw
too
a
late?
handful of it in your
Oh
face.
shit.
Maybe I'll throw a handful of it
You
in
mean
your
to tell me
face.
I'm too late? So I'm too late. Oh
I'm too
shit.
late.
I guess.
What type
Ah
of accent?
shit.
I'm too late.
I'm too
But you
late.
know what the
What?
crazy
Yeah,
thing
what
is?
type of retarded ass accent is that,
Yeah.
What
bro?
type
Like,
of
I'm
porch
too
Yeah, you
monkey
don't
is
know what
you,
he
This
is.
is
Boogie?
bad trolling 101, bro. You terrible.
He's horrible.
And use the porch monkey,
Yeah, I know.
nigga.
The porch man. Okay,
Explain
you
that
said
shit.
you
That's
said
what
that
you
already.
do.
Anything else?
The
You got some
porch
new
monkey.
material?
How about this? We
Like,
can fill the
Jesus
boat
Christ.
up with so much Kool-Aid, it will be you
Because
guys
you
will be
got the drum
foolish to
effect
say
over
no.
there, so every time you
We're
say
gonna
something,
fill
we
the
get the
boat up with fucking Kool-Aid.
You know what I'm
For
saying? We got the
first
drum
of all, if
effect.
you're gonna
watermelon.
talk shit to motherfuckers, can you at least
And
get
that same boat
can
that
you
you
get the
came
dick
here
out your
with,
throat,
we're gonna
gang?
fill
Like,
all that shit up on
I know, right?
your
He been
way
kissing
back
the
to
sister
Africa.
all night.
like your
He
mouth
got
sounds
hepatitis in his
stuffy.
throat
Like,
from
can
his sister.
you
You're
fix
too
that,
light.
bro? Like,
You're too light. Can't get him. Don't leave him alone.
You fucking
sounds like a
nigger.
fucking weirdo.
Please leave. Nobody
Don't
trying to
leave
hear
him.
that shit.
Nobody trying to hear that shit.
Good for
Sound like a
nothing, nigger.
dumbass fucking
Good for nothing,
redneck.
porch monkey, nigger.
Okay.
Good for nothing,
Anything
porch
else?
monkey, niggers.
Okay. Good for nothing,
Good
porch
for
monkey
nothing, porch
niggers.
monkey, niggers.
Nigga.
Good for nothing, porch monkey, niggers.
Porch money, nigga.
Everybody's a
Good for
nigga.
nothing,
I'm a
porch monkey,
nigga. You a
niggers.
nigga. He's
Good
a
for
nigga.
nothing
Some
except
niggas
for
really
killing
like
your
to be
own
a
people,
nigga
fucking
too.
porch monkey, niggers.
Actually, y'all do that.
Good for
Y'all
That
nothing
killed your
sounds
but
like
Charlie
a
killing your
Kirk.
own
Disney
people,
song,
Y'all
fucking
killed
don't
your
it?
porch
Charlie
monkey,
Kirk.
niggers.
Y'all
That's
shot your
what you
Charlie
do.
Kirk. And you
That's
love
what you
Charlie Kirk.
do. That's what your
You
kind
fuck your
do.
sister. You fuck your sister and your
Fucking
mother and your
niggers.
father and your brother
Don't
and
let me
your
get
nephew and your
soulful
cousin.
on you,
All of
fucking
y'all
nigger.
related in the backwoods of Virginia.
Don't
You part of
don't
the
let me
Whitaker family, ain't you?
let me get
Hello, Mr.
soulful on you.
Whitaker.
Don't let me
Hello,
get
Mr.
soulful on you
Whitaker.
niggers.
It's soulful. Do what you gonna do.
He said,
Don't let me get soulful on you fucking niggas. Don't make me make the blues
Bro,
on you
this
niggers.
nigga has a fucking
Get
speech
soulful.
impediment
Don't
trying to
make me
talk
make the
crazy to
blues on you
people.
I
niggers.
know he's trying anything.
Make the blues
This is
on
not
you,
working, bro.
nigga.
Give up. Tap out. Tap out. This isn't the room for
Like,
you.
just
It's
at
not
least
gonna
come
work.
up with
Tap
good
out. We're
material.
not gonna
I
kick.
just want you guys to
Cece,
get
you're
the
trying to
message.
make.
That's it.
Cece, you're trying to get us
That's
to
it.
kick you out, and the thing is, we're not even gonna waste our time on the kick.
No.
So keep on. You
I
have
just
nothing
came
else
in
to
with a
say. That's
message.
why you
That's what
keep
I
saying
did.
the same.
Okay, you said your message.
You
Now,
didn't succeed with nothing.
anything else?
Now
Or
you're copping out.
Yeah,
Now you're
I
weak.
succeeded in
Now
telling
you're
you
why
weak
you
guys
and you
my
have
stuttering? Why the
message.
fuck is you stuttering,
You ain't
faggot?
succeeded in nothing. He came
Yes,
in
I
and
did.
stopped the room
Yes, I
to
did.
say that bullshit and ain't got
I
no type of
did.
message to say
I
nothing.
did.
And it's
I
horrible.
did.
You hear how he sound?
Yeah.
And he's a Negro
Like,
trying
this
to act
nigga
like
sounds
somebody white to
stupid.
try to piss us off on
This
some
nigga
trendy
got
Are you
stuff.
stupid
mad,
He ain't
nigger?
even
Like a
white.
good troll.
You hear
Is
him? You hear
that
him?
the
This is funny. Nobody in here is
anybody
Yeah,
else
mad.
and
speak
then
monkey in
the
here,
nigga, the
please?
nigga's not even fucking
We need a
funny.
That's
translator
what I'm
in
saying,
here.
Boogie.
He's not even good.
He's
He's
not a
not
good
even
troll
a
at all. He's
good
a
troll.
terrible troll.
Boogie, I got a fucking tranquilizer for you, fucking
Boogie, I
porch
got a
monkey.
tranquilizer
Oh,
for you,
wow.
Boogie.
Wow, that was the best thing that your small, tiny,
Oh, are you happy
tangerine-sized
now?
brain could come up with.
Now that you're
That
happy,
was
can you
it.
please leave? Can you leave while you're happy, please?
Aw.
All right, so
Now
how
that you're
about this?
happy.
How about this, right?
No, how
Since
about you
since you
fucking
want us to
leave the
kick you,
I
country?
right?
feel
How
like
about that?
you
How
have to
about
you have
You
to
fucking
can
get on
like
the
that?
literally
internet.
just shut
You
the
have to
fuck
get
up
How
on
and
the
be
about
quiet,
internet
maybe.
to
fucking that?
troll because white people don't really like you in real life. Is that it?
Fucking porch
You just
monkey
want your
niggers.
Look a porch
you just
monkey
want your
nigga.
white daddy to love you. Is that it?
We
Yeah,
want
that's
all
what
you
he
niggers
wants.
You have
gone.
no
That's
one.
it.
You have no one to be
And
loved.
all the Jews, not just the niggers. I'll be fair. The
You
Jews
want your
too,
white
they
daddy
can
to
go.
love you. Poor baby, you just suck, don't you?
You have
You
You
just
just miss your.
terrible.
Oh, are you missing Mammy's titty? You just want to Mammy's titty, huh?
Shut up, fucking porch monkey faggot
Shut up,
nigger.
you porch
Mammy's titty.
monkey.
Says the Neanderthal. The Neanderthal was
Nigger,
calling
your
a black
mother is
man a
dead,
monkey. That
nigger.
is
Your
hilarious.
mother is
Okay.
dead, nigger.
I think he
All right.
knows that by now.
Okay, so you're supposed to hurt me saying
Yeah.
that? How? Cue me in when I'm supposed to get offended.
I'm just
Cue
saying
me in when
facts.
I'm.
I
Cue me
ain't
in when
doing
I'm
nothing but
supposed to get
stating
offended.
facts. Is that not a
And you.
fact?
Hey,
Is
I
that
mean,
not a fact?
yeah, she is, and you're a
It
piece of
is.
shit
So
dude that's
I just
coming in
said
the
a
room
fact.
trying
That's
to
what I
offend
did.
some
I said
people,
a
and you're not
fact.
even good at
I
doing
said
that,
a
and that's
fact.
crazy as hell. And
And
so
she
now you're
dead. And
trying to
she's
stoop
still
to low
dead.
blows, not knowing
And
that
she's
you
still dead.
stupid as some.
She's
Okay,
still dead.
all right,
I just checked. She's still dead.
okay,
So where do we
okay.
go from
He
here?
really thought he
I
was
don't know.
hitting with that one.
Like you thought you were hitting me with something. Like, what are you
No,
saying?
Like
Are you
we can discuss
serious?
he
politics.
he
If you
really
want
Are
thought
you
he
that.
hit with that
serious?
one. You really thought you ate?
Are you serious? He thought he was doing
No.
something. Like,
We
this is
can discuss
crazy.
the big
This
beautiful
is
bill
sad.
if you want to.
This
I
is
feel,
sad. I
I
don't care
feel
about
like
none
I'm.
of that
I feel like
bullshit.
I'm listening to a fucking Ku Klux Keisha talk. Like I'm just
I know,
fucking
right?
lost,
This
bro.
is
Like
horrible.
Ku Klux what?
it's like if you're gonna fucking troll
What did you
people,
call
at
it?
least
Ku
be
Klux what?
funny.
He called you a
You're
bitch.
not even funny.
He called you Ku Klux Keisha.
I'm not here to be funny.
He
I'm here
called
to
you
be
Ku
Look,
fucking
and
Klux Keisha.
direct. You
Russ
niggers
left.
need to
That's
I'm saying,
listen.
crazy.
like,
I'm not.
shut your fucking worthless ass up. Stop
I'm
talking
not
so
here on a
fucking
fucking
much.
comedy tour, nigger.
I'm
That's
not
I'm
the
here on
here
a
to
that's
cooking
the
educate.
that's
comedy
the
tour,
that's the
nigga.
problem. You talk too much.
The problem is you're the fucking nigger.
The
That's the
problem
real
is
problem.
you're
Okay,
still
we know
fucking
we're
running
niggers.
your
We know
fat
that.
ass
Like,
dick
next, like,
suckers.
find another
Shut
joke.
the
Fucking
fuck
nigger.
up. You're not even funny. Shut up.
You're
Find
not.
another
You're still a
joke.
nigger.
Jesus
Last time
Christ!
I
Like,
checked.
wow, we're niggers.
What the fuck?
Okay,
You
like,
have the
god
fucking
damn it.
DNA of a
Still a
fucking
nigger.
dog.
You're still a nigger. I can't
And
be
you have the
racist
DNA
because
of
I
a
got
dog.
Black Panther in my PTR, so I'm not a
I don't give
racist.
a fuck about the Black Panthers.
Don't nobody give a fuck about that
I don't
bitch
care
ass
about no
nigga.
damn
Go back
Marvel
to
movie.
fucking Wakanda,
That's a
nigger.
Marvel movie. Oh
Like,
wow,
what the
you
fuck?
say something about an
Go back
imaginary
to
place.
Wakanda.
You talk about the superhero city.
At
Get the
least
fuck
there
out
you'll
of here.
have a
This dude is
chance.
crazy. Oh my god, what are we doing? Talk about a superhero city.
I
You
just want to
got
know
Black
what
Panther
do you
At
think
in
about
least in
Donald
PTR.
Wakanda,
Jones?
you
Like,
get
Coming in the
vibranium
room.
guns and kill each other,
Coming in
nigger.
the room is like you are the caveman trying to call black men a porch monkey
Go get
and
it.
trying to tell us to leave. Motherfucker, why don't you go back to where you came from? Oh,
I'm
no,
from
because
here,
y'all
nigger.
shitty over there, motherfucker.
actually,
I got
technically,
Native
Y'all from
American
here.
blood in
you're
my
not
blood,
from here. Actually,
No, you don't.
No, you
nigger.
don't.
No,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
No, you don't.
No, you
Oh
don't.
shit.
No, you don't. If anything
Frankly.
you got in your blood, you a $5 one.
Quite frankly,
wait, is he one of those people that have sex with
it is
animals?
what it is, nigger.
Is he
Stop
one of
saying
like
that with a
those type of
message.
people?
That's it.
If he is
No,
white,
he's a piece of trash
That's
and you're
it.
fucking a lame
That's
troll
it. I'm
and
not
you
here to
can't
make
even
you
piss nobody
laugh.
off.
I'm
But
not
that's
here
the
for
thing.
fucking.
You're not a good troll. You're not
And you're
even
a
I'm not gonna
fucking
lie,
offensive.
my
nigger.
finger's getting
You're not
itchy.
even offensive. defensive. You're
You're
horrible.
so mad.
Who's mad? I feel bad for you. I
If
feel
I'm
bad
not a
for
good
you.
troller, why am I not kicked out?
Because we don't want to kick you out. You're a
Why would
fucking
I waste
bozo.
much? We don't want to. We
Like,
don't care. That's the whole
Obviously,
that's
thing.
why I
you
said
do.
you might as well
You're
sleep
still
talking.
on here
Like
talking.
you're not doing anything.
Dude, if you pissed me off, I would
The
have
proof
kicked
is
you
in
out
the
of all
pudding,
team.
nigga.
No,
You're
it's
still
not.
here talking to me.
No, it's not. Ooh,
Yo, do you want me
now
to
you're
help you
trying
troll?
to get somebody to kick you out. Don't kick him out.
I'm
See,
not gonna
because
kick
that's
him
what
out.
he wants. He's never lasted nowhere in a space long enough because he's used to getting kicked out. And that's why that his words have gone to the bullshit. And that's why he's laughing because
Sticks and stones may break his
trying to
bones, but
win.
words never
Let him
hurt.
sit there in the fucking goo. Let him sit there on the stage the whole time if he wants to. Ain't nobody about to boot you. I bet you leave before we kick you. I bet that. Giggledy smack. This troll is fucking whack. He tried to come up in the room, and now he's feeling a whole lot of gloom, and he thinks that we're going to give him the boom. We're going to let you sit there,
I just give him the message, bro. Now you making me laugh.
Okay.
Who would have thought a porch monkey could make me laugh today?
Who would have thought? Puff make a big laugh today.
You thought porch monkey can make me laugh. This is goofy. This is the funniest
Boogie,
shit.
you're not funny. At least take some tips from Big. At least he's a little bit more funny than you.
Bitch, I barely even said a fucking word. What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. And you should keep it like that.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Boogie,
I'm
don't
not gonna
fall into it.
Boogie,
Boogie,
you're not adding anything.
Oh
to
no,
the
I'm not falling into it. It's nothing to fall into.
At least
Wait,
Big
hold
is
on.
at least Big is
Hold
the
on,
alpha
Doxomatic.
porch monkey. He's the beta porch monkey.
Doxomatic is ready.
Get out my way. No, to get out my
Big is
way.
the alpha porch monkey. Boogie is
know
the beta porch monkey.
I never thought I would support this
back,
cliff,
Boogie.
but go ahead.
Hold on, step back, Boogie. Hold on, step back. Wait a second.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, nigga. You niggas
No,
need
hold on, Ada. You need to stay
No,
here.
no. I got a phone call. I gotta take this. I'm gonna be in the room.
Oh well, so you're running.
I'm gonna take this.
So you're running.
I got a phone call, nigga. This is money. It's a business, nigga.
So I think
Something you don't know nothing about.
I don't think you don't want to be here because introducing to you
Aiden Ateo, boys, Idaho, whatever the hell you from. October 17th, 2004.
Wait till he comes back and then we gonna really play with him. See, don't come in a space fucking with people.
Because if this is the same guy, this is why they call me the Doxomatic.
I know the Doxomatic 5 million. Don't come in the room playing with people. You'll be content.
Hello.
Oh, all right, you're back. All right. So you want to do it, Doc?
Go ahead.
I needed to take that. That was an important call.
Aiden Ateo. That's your name? Boys, Idaho. October 17th, 2004.
What?
Yeah?
Yeah, what?
What's the Oregon?
I can't even hear.
Oregon State University? Oregon State University?
What?
You went to Bora High School in Idaho?
Am I what?
You went to Bora High School in Idaho?
No.
What?
Because if this is you, because everything to this is you. The same app, the same name.
Idaho. I never been there.
I never been there. This is definitely giving you. Wait, is that an Instagram page? Hold on. Oh shit! 2 times U20 World Bronze Champ. Okay. Oh, let me send this to the group chat. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, send it to the group chat.
We're gonna send it to the group chat, but
I'm gonna put it on
no, because I think this is you. I think this is
monkey nigger.
Porch monkey nigger. Porch monkey nigger. Porch monkey nigger. Porch monkey nigger.
808 on that motherfucker.
He said last name is Mateo.
Wait, so that's not you at the top? That's not you at the top? Is that you at the top? Yes or no? Yeah, that's you. Yeah. No, hold on.
I'll be here, nigga. That's just
Move out my way.
You know what my favorite word was? Nigger.
Why you stumble across your words? Move out my way. What happened?
Want to interrupt us? You want to come play with us?
Yeah, I know I'm on echo mode. I got both of my accounts open now. Come on, keep talking.
You're